Hello and welcome to the next session of this charity live stream. I'm the DoomDonkey and we're playing today in a Viking style D&D game, which I have gathered some of the most badass people I could to go and do this for us. But firstly, before I get into it, I want to of course thank Hit Point Press. Make sure if you donate today to the charity live stream, you put your name in that in the Discord chat for the heroes, because that gets you some free nice little tidbits. Also, big thanks to Hero Forge, World Anvil, Dungeon Fog, and Wooten Forge, all these absolute legends just being absolutely fantastic and helping support this stream, which is for a great cause. I mean, of course, thank you to you guys for being here. But that is that quick stuff. We're a bit over time here, so let's a bit over our starting time. So let's actually get into introducing everybody, starting with right above me. We've got Kevin, who was just there in the last session.
I was, and here's where I throw myself under a bus, because two of the wonderful people in this game are friends of mine, and I invited them to this game, except I invited them to this game tomorrow. So instead of introducing myself today, I would like to say thank you for the two of them who came here on less than 3 hours' notice. I will now look and sit here in a pocket of shame. Thank you.
Absolute legends. Like, seriously, thank you to those two. And by the way, Rispar and Sands. And yeah, I can't thank them enough for being. They got told, yeah, tomorrow. It's like, actually, no, we need you in like 3 hours. Bit of stress, but it's all good. But yes, Kevin, how about you introduce yourself? Give us a bit of a detail of your character as well, and we'll do that as we go across.
So yes. Have, like, this evening, I am playing Rutger Peiter Greis. A German, a warlock of Germanic origin who has traveled to the Northlands to try and find out who this patron is that has given him these powers. He hasn't got a clue at this point. And all he knows is that these people up here have no civilization whatsoever. None.
It's come from the cold south to the warm north, or something like that. What does he look like, if you want to give a bit of a description of his actual character?
Yeah, he is fairly understated. He's mostly shades of brown and yellow. His armor is very pale. The only time he really lights up is when he gets angry. He has a very small goatee and mustache. His face 99% of the time might as well be cut out of marble. It's just featureless. But when it isn't, you probably want to move.
Absolutely fantastic. And to his right, we've got Rispar. Would you like to introduce yourself and a bit of a brief about your character?
Oh, Gunnar the Tiny. Obviously, very definitely not a tiny man. Just he's doing what he loves. This is his thing. Somebody says raid, he goes, huh? You go? Here we go. Man of few words and fewer thoughts. Just point them in the right direction.
There for the action. Absolutely love it. And then, of course, moving on past him, we've got Matt. How about you introduce yourself and a bit brief about your character?
Hey, I'm Matt. I'm from Support the Party, and I am playing Kaninur, I think they're called Herringen. Or
yes, Herringen.
The rabbit folk. That have just come out. I am a sorcerer, and I'm just trying to have a little bit of an adventure. Just sightseeing, like not exactly a tourist, but also, definitely not your typical Viking warrior.
You also stand out a bit here. I'll get more into that when we're in the game as well.
Yeah.
And then, of course, just past him, last but definitely not least, we got Sans. Speaking of tiny warriors.
Yes. So, hey, I'm Sarah from Tango Productions and Tango Productions on Location. And I have brought Grendel. She is 4'5", with dark red hair. She looks like a child. She's a full-grown adult, and she is a barbarian. So she uses her cute voice and her stature to get what she wants.
All the while brandishing a great axe, which I imagine is bigger than herself.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely fantastic.
They're never going to know what hit them.
Absolutely. Absolutely fantastic. And that, well, I guess I should do a quick introduction to me. Hi, I'm the DoomDonkey. I already said that. I actually did a game in this world a while back on the channel, and I'm so glad to get back into it. Today, of course, is just doing a nice little one-shot, but I'm very excited about it. And with no further ado, let's set the scene. The town is abuzz. All of you have come around to the capital of this country, this place known as Skringard. You've come from all over, some of you further than others. Others may have even lived here in the town. But the whole town is bustling. It's called East Hoffenheim, which actually means Ice Harbor. But that name is a bit of a misnomer at the point because it is the middle of summer. The sun is shining and things are warm. You've recently gotten out of one of the harshest winters that you've ever had to deal with, and that had put raids on hold for quite some time. But there is something more to it now. There's a new raid coming. Everyone's abuzz with excitement, and today is the day it leaves. You all find yourself around at the docks, where this new ship, this absolutely new ship, with like all this golden adornments on the side of it. It's got this giant dragon head, but like around the dragon you got this it's the teeth and like the mouth are made out of it, but it's all kind of surrounded by this giant pink stone. The flag is going with is huge with a nice big eagle all over it. You find yourselves just watching people coming and going, grabbing luggage, putting into the boat. Before too long, you find yourself. You'll just happen to actually be in like a little group together, just kind of like watching go. You're not really like, you didn't arrive together, but you've just been there. And then, because you all know that this is raid, you've already signed up for it. You're ready to go. And this lizard folk sort of approaches. And he's like, "You are the new ones, yes, new raiders. I'll be watching you. The king is coming to watch you. Very curious about what you're going to do." And then he kind of like looks at how you guys aren't really standing together. He's like, "Why are you standing so far apart? Get together. I need to look at you. All. Even you, little one." Pointing at Grendel.
Gunnar just kind of
raise an eyebrow.
He does what he's told. All right, I'll just clop right up front and center.
There's absolutely, he like gives you a nice up and down. Starts like, you'd almost think it's sniffing. You can't hear any sniffs, but he's kind of like looking up and down. He's like, "Yes, big warrior." And then like you see him, he cuts himself off, but as he looks behind him, and this giant minotaur, kind of just like 8'5", absolutely gigantic thing, basically like, "Leave them alone, Grath. They are not your charges," and sort of like shove him aside. The lizard folk like kind of snares at him a bit, but then like kind of retreats. He's not going to even try to question this one. It's like, "This is your first raid, all of you, yes? Do you know where this one is going?" "Well, you are brave then. This is the new voyage. We're going west. The Southlands are too weak anymore. There's no challenge. And the east is just looted bare." As he says, like, to the south, he actually gives you a look, Rutger, just kind of like gives you a bit of a look. It's like, "We're going west." And as all of you would know, no one's ever like that sailed west has ever come back. It's just like kind of like this mysterious thing. It's like the next big next big adventure that hasn't been done yet. But some of you might have known that you were going here, but it's up to you if you want your characters to have known that. After he says that, he just kind of like stares at you for a while. It's like, "Make sure you get as much food and water as possible. We do not know how long the journey is going to take. There are stores over there. Get packing." And he like points you to this warehouse where you can see all these people, like a bunch of them like in different kinds of armors with shields and different weapons, of all likes and creeds from around the area. Probably more humans than anybody else, but like there are the odd one out. Like you've got this lizard folk also doing this as well, but they're basically just carting back forts, putting it on the boat, and sort of sorting themselves out.
I would like to go and find just a sailor that's hanging around.
Absolutely, like you find someone that's just like finished putting his luggage inside. He looks like he's about to go and take go grab another one, but he sort of steps out on the dock, and you're just waiting there ready to talk to him.
You sir, go Wrong accent. Hang on. This one will do. Go and get the food and the water and put it in my cabin.
You are new here, right? Accent. Germania, no. Germania, no.
This is true, yes?
I have not met one like you since Victor. He was the one who built the ship, actually. Unfortunately, he has just recently passed. It would have been great for him to meet another one of his kind. He was not in Germania for some time. Anyway, come with me. We'll get you your food and water. And he starts like walking down the port, but it's like kind of like pushing you along with him. It's like this is a gentleman who's a bit older. He's got like sort of like grey hair, like it's like long beard, long hair, but it's all kind of greyed out. But he's wearing just sort of plain clothes. It's not even armor, so you don't know if he hasn't dressed for it yet. But he is clearly going onto this trip. But he's like starts bring you down the path like where these people are going back and forth. He's like, so what brings you to this land around here?
My mission is mine own, and I would ask you not to ask about it.
Us. You'll find your purpose here. Do not worry. And he sort of gives you a knowing wink. And it's at that point he actually walking the other way. Gunnar is walking back, and you know that this guy that he's talking to is the actual Jarl. Like he's the High King of this whole of Skringard. But it's like as you walk up, he sort of like kind of like goes off the side from Rutger, and it's like, you must be Gunnar Balderson. I would recognize those axes anywhere.
Yes. I'm honored to be known by the Jarl.
Oh, don't think of it too much. I'm glad that you are now joining us in a raid, and this one at that. It is going to be glorious. The first true adventure I've had in such a long time.
My answer is just a big flex, like. It's just okay, let's go. You said something about food.
Make sure you pack plenty of it. We do not know how long it'll be on the sea. And then, like, as
where is it?
He sort of like gestures over to like where this store. There's clearly like big bags of like grain, apples, and various foods, like especially like salted meats and stuff that would actually last a long time. So you've got like the clear like fruits that are meant to be eaten very quickly on this journey, but then you've got the things that will last a lot longer, like bread and any cured meats, as it were.
Just quickly wheel over there and just start tossing like full sacks over my shoulders. Quicker we get this all loaded up, the better.
As you like walk over to grab it, he keeps guiding Rutger there, and he does actually he starts picking up more food and stuff like that. He kind of gestures like heavily implies like you should pick some up as well, just kind of like, we all do our own here. If you're joining on this raid, you must carry.
I look for something light.
You find the lightest sack you can, probably like a bag of flour or something like that, and you start bringing that over.
Look, puffed rice.
It's like, Grendel and Kanan, are you just packing this boat up as well?
Yeah, I walk over to Grendel and I'm like, so how did you come onto the trip? And I'm small category, by the way.
Yeah, so you guys are actually similar heights.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she's tiny.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So I see, so they don't discriminate based on height. That's good.
Honestly,
yeah.
I'm here on ability.
An ability? What's your special skill?
She's going to take her axe and kind of just throw it up and catch it like it weighs nothing.
Oh, that's very good. I don't have any weapons on me. Not a single thing. I have a big stick and I pull out a quarterstaff, and that's about it.
I will say, like, seeing this rabbit creature is actually completely, like, you would have never seen one of these before. They do live in Skringard, but there's this giant forest called Hawkskoga, which is where these, like, animal folk sort of live. They kind of left a bit, like, to their own devices more than anything else, but seeing one of them out of there is completely just strange.
Yeah, she's going to try and keep, like, the composure at the moment. because her next plan is to go and get items, but her own way.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to look at Cannoner. Is that how you say it?
Canino.
Cannoner? Okay. And say, watch this.
Okay.
And she'll walk off the boat and kind of just let the axe like fall heavily and be like, can someone help me?
I immediately run over and I'm like, oh, sorry, you dropped your axe. I'm so sorry. Oh no, it's just, here it is. I'm so sorry this happened to. And you see, I've got like a mage hand out, like doing that. So it's like I've got like 3 hands holding up the axe. I'm like, I'm too small, so I need a 3rd one.
And well,
Here you go.
actually, roll me a persuasion check, Grendel. Let's make the first roll of the night. Let's see how we go. Oh no, that's perception.
Sorry.
What was it?
6.
Oh no.
That's perception again.
Why is it perception?
His roll.
There we go.
There we go.
There we
18. That's more like it. But it's like, despite him
That's
immediately running over and helping
Well,
you, someone's already like looked over and is like, oh, of course, and starts like picking up some more stuff as well and like carrying it over.
Yes,
to
come
the
and
boat.
help her. She's just dropped a big axe. It hurt her foot.
Actually, now you roll in the persuasion check.
Oh yeah, my best skill.
Let's get into it.
Oh my god, +7. I didn't even realize this.
Party
Yeah,
of
I got-
bards. Let's go.
No, it's an 11.
An 11. Alrighty.
So I did not go very well.
It's like you see that he's like, you say this and this person's already they've gone quite ways down the dock already. He's managed to fly off with this stuff that he's carrying for a Grendel. And you wouldn't notice, but he puts it in like the seat that you like would have been designated. They probably would have gone over that as well. But he's like putting all the stuff. They are putting the stuff in the right spots. It's been quite like after a bit of hustle and bustle, like and like pretty much the whole town is out here. Not everyone's helping with the boats, but like there's a bunch of people just excited about this. Like every time a raid leaves, it's a big day. Like all the husbands and wives of the people going are just like, you know, kind of chuffed up. They're doing like their, you know, closings, like goodbyes and whatnot. Not like a you'll never come back kind of goodbyes, but like goodbye, you're going on a great adventure, and even if you don't come back, like we know that you went to Valhalla. So it's like just energy is all around you. Everyone is very lively and absolutely just ecstatic, really. And after a bit of time and all these, and the boat seems readily stocked. This is quite a large boat as well, by the way. It's definitely a lot larger than any of the boats that you guys have ever seen. Which is probably going to be more for Rutger, because you would have to come on a boat up here. So seeing this huge one, you're kind of like, oh wow, this is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely, yeah, he's looking forward to this. But nobody, I mean, there's nobody here for him. He's got no family here.
Yeah, you know.
So as soon as all that started to happen, he just goes down. I just go down to my room.
It's not big enough for rooms. It
heavy
is like
things that other people brought here, so I can drag their shit over by my shit. Yeah.
yeah. It's not like it's got like a below deck and people have their own rooms. It's still open like as a longboat, but it's just a huge longboat. You've definitely got like designated like areas to put like mattresses and sleep properly. And even there's like some like cooking utensils and stuff, which seem to be pretty well prepared. These people they've been doing it for a while, so you know that they're ready to travel. But after this boat is packed and you're probably already on the boat, just kind of like hanging out in your area, you see this old man you were talking to before, the Jarl, he actually carries himself extremely well. Like you would not like think he's clearly old, but he looks strong. Like he looks like he's still a very capable fighter, and you would not want to mess with him. But after a while, he stands up, like at the end of the dock, he's like, "And today, it is a glorious day. We go for the gods. We go for Thor. We make our journey west. Some said it could never be done, and we will prove them wrong. This is our journey. This is our last laugh. This is the last great adventure. As we defy those who think that we are stuck here on this island who can only go south and east. We take ourselves west through the Maelstrom, and we will return with riches beyond compare. For Valhalla!" And then like everyone kind of like cheers, and like all these people start like throwing their axes like into the boat and jumping in. And it's like you're jumping in and sitting on their assigned seats. 2 of which that you really noticed jumping in there, as well as the lizard folk. He seems to be sitting at the back, and right at the back is this minotaur that approached you earlier. He's clearly got like the steering rudder, and he seems to be the navigator.
Perfect.
It's like
I walk up to the minotaur. Was ist dein Maelstrom of which you speak?
You aren't from around here, are you?
9.
You'll see it. And he just kind of like looks up. Doesn't seem very talkative.
How many of us actually are from here? I just want to ask.
I suppose it's up to you. I mean, Kanin and Ruspa, definitely. Okay, so yeah, it's just Rutgar who is the
Grendel as well. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you are, Kaneda, you'd think yourself as a bit more foreign than everyone else because, as I said, you are like
My home is a big log.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And your kind doesn't really leave the forest because that's where they're happy. I imagine Ruspar's lived here his entire life and has been waiting for chance for glory. But
Rutgar's just trying not to think of making stew out of one of his companions.
Look over and like.
Which one? There's so many tiny things to eat here. Looks like we're bringing live food with us this time.
I elbow Grendel. I'm like, they seem lovely.
You guys also happen to be sitting next to each other as well. But like as the speech finishes, you see the Jarl jump up. He does like another like wave to the crowd, and then you see the Minotaur like sort of stomp on something, and the boat basically like almost shoots out. Like it goes like at a tremendous speed that you guys are not. No one was expecting. Even clearly the Jarl wasn't expecting. He seems to like throw back, and like everyone in their chair is kind of like, "Whoa!" It's like that. Where did that come from? There's a reason why this boat is special. But like you shoot off back into the distance, the horizon. The weather today is actually very nice. It's still quite middle of the day, the sun is shining, and the sea is calm. After a bit, you pass some of the fishing boats that are there, and they sort of like wave as you guys head past them on this magnificent thing. The sail is billowing in the wind, though you feel like you're going faster than this wind should allow, but it's quite intriguing. But then, nighttime comes. And then daytime comes. And then nighttime comes. And then daytime comes. Every now and then there's ship banter going on. Like people will be chatting. I imagine you guys will be chatting amongst yourselves as well if you want. And then, but like, and every now and then someone will do a ship song. But it's just endless ocean for as far as the eye can see for about 3 days.
Do humans do this all the time? I don't think it's not as exciting as I thought it would be.
One of the crewmates that are sitting next to you, that's a human, is like, "Oh, this is absolutely the boring part. You have a good time."
So you don't do this in your spare time. This is like actually the.
That is a reason we only do raids once a year. It's a bit of a journey, but.
So what happens when we get to the place then?
Do you understand what you signed up for? No.
I didn't sign up for anything. I just came along on the boat because it was fun. I wanted to see some new land.
He sort of just like looks around like, do you really like? He's not meant to be.
I put the body man is funny.
I put a little paw print on the paperwork, and they said jump on, and handed me an axe, and I threw it in the water.
You threw it in the water?
Yeah, I've got the staff already. I don't need an axe, silly.
Fair enough. Can you fight?
I can be Sparky Boom Man, yes.
He's just like, considering he's never seen a rabbit person before, so he's just like...
I should like to use a harness the nature and explode, yes?
Oh, you're one of the Seder.
Maybe, I don't know what you call me.
It basically means a witch.
Probably. Humans freak out when we do our things, so yes, maybe.
Well, that's because that thing is left to the Seder. The folk of the forest.
Sometimes I stop my feet and it explodes the land.
Just don't do that when we're on the boat, please.
Yeah, no, it's wood here. It's not land.
He's sort of like, yeah, that's a fair point.
Humans are strange.
Yes, I'm the strange one. And he's sort of like, you see him like lean over and loud enough for you to hear. It's like, You want to switch seats with me?
I'm hanging over the side of the boat like a dog, just enjoying the ride.
It's like the wind is absolutely billowing towards you as well, because you're going quite fast, which is why
It's the greatest thing.
Because normally when you've got, like, let's say, this is none of your first raids, but Rutger, you've been on a boat as you traveled north. Normally, you'd be going along like coastlines and stuff, but just this plain open emptiness it's a bit unsettling in ways. I mean, you're a bit of an adventurer, so I'm sure you're not feeling too much of that, but it's just an unnerving sentiment. But that's when you see it. The Maelstrom. There seems to be this, like, you almost wonder how you didn't see it earlier, but it definitely only appeared now. Like, this almost giant black sheet that seems to go up into the sky. Like, does not seem to end. It's absolutely just massive. It's definitely see-through, but it's clearly like a black sort of like screen, and you can see all this like thunderstorms, lightning, and rain going down like as you approach this sort of thing. As it comes into sight, you see like the Jarl sort of stand up and go to the front of the boat and sort of like clang onto it. It's like, there it is, the final challenge.
Like a curtain? Peel it back and go through?
Oh, we're going to do much more than that. And he starts like clanging, starts singing a song, which I won't sing for everyone's, for sake of everyone's ears. But he's
I'm all ears.
No, but he starts like clanging on, like,
you got that in within half an hour. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. You got to I am all ears within half an hour.
Good old puns. See, that's why I leave the comedy to the players. They do it so much better than I do. Now he starts like clanging onto like this metal on the front of the thing, stomping his foot, and starts singing this tune, which pretty much everyone starts singing along with it, except for Bjorkus, which is a Minotaur, by the way. I just gave him his name, not that anyone asked, but it's like the Minotaur and the Lizard Folk clearly don't seem to be joining in, but they seem fine, and you guys can join in at your own leisure. If you
definitely trying to.
It's like you're like.
I'm all over that.
Yeah, you're all over it. Yeah, it's like you're like clanging your axes together as part of the beat.
Boom, boom, clap. Boom, boom, clap.
Pretty much.
That's all I know how to do.
And as you get closer and closer to this, you start seeing like it starts raining, like quite heavily. It's like light at first, but it very quickly picks up, and you start like this water is now spraying into your face, which just seems to be the rain. The sea itself seems to be quite calm, which is a bit odd because normally you'd think like with all these storms there'd be a lot of waves, but it seems to be almost perfectly straight, and like song keeps going. The sails start billowing even more. You see but then the ship starts to like kind of slow down a bit. Like it's definitely not going as fast as it was, and it seems to be taking more from the wind instead of the actual whatever was pushing it earlier. You get closer, and then lightning starts, thunder starts booming, and you can hear the Jarl going, it's like, Thor blesses us! This is the time! As you are just barreling towards this thing. It actually takes you quite a bit of time to get there since you started seeing it, because it was still in the horizon, and it seems like almost like they started singing the song a bit too early because they've like repeated it about 3 times by the time you actually get there. But
as we're getting closer, I'm watching the storm and kind of reforming what I use for Eldritch Blast. It starts off, you can see it's like cavalry running across the plain, but as I'm staring at the storm and staring down, it sort of turns into a thunderstorm in my hand with little lightning bolts and clouds in it. Shake my head, it goes back to the horses, go back and sit in the boat.
It's like, if you happen to turn around, you would have noticed that Bjorkus definitely like you could see like his head would have gone down and like looked at it, but he wouldn't have actually said anything. But yeah, you're finally getting up to this giant thing. The wind is absolutely like almost blowing you off your seat. The rain is pouring down. Still the Jarl is hanging on at the front thing, just going, ah! And as you get close to it, this giant black wall, essentially, I need you all to roll me some Arcana checks.
Oh,
I will also allow a religion if you'd rather do that.
I even have a number. Oh no, I'm good with Arcana.
Religion is worse.
2 rabbits have religion? Yeah. It's not a weird thing you humans do.
Sometimes we like to just have a little. You try it anyway. I got 11.
Alrighty, so we got a 14, 21, and another 14. Alrighty, as this boat is about to hit this giant screen, which now almost seems pitch black, you can't see through it anymore. It just looks like a wall, like you're going straight into a wall. Rutger, you see, like, out of the front of the boat where this dragon's head goes, you see this giant, like, blue and white kind of figure sprout out of it and basically just punch this giant wall. Ruspar, you see out of the same thing, but what you see is your father there with 2 axes and he slices at it. Brendel, you see your own axe fly out of this dragon's head and hits this thing as the boat does, and you all hear a huge shatter. You are thrown back off your seat as you just these giant cracks go up this great big thing. And it seems to be like but then it starts like coming back down. As you're going on it, you can see the cracks reforging. And as the boat finishes going through it, you all hear at the back a yell from the Minotaur, just as he sort of like collapses off of his position, which is quite strange because he hasn't even taken a sleep yet. He's been standing there at the ready these 3 days you've been traveling. But then, yes, you look behind you, it is completely resealed, but you seem to be on the other side of the Maelstrom. At that, you can also hear the entire crew is just cheering, the yells like, "Ah!" As the boat actually picks up to its original speed again as you guys start shooting off. The Minotaur sort of like starts staggering back up, and he like gets his composure, shakes himself, and then like sits back at the navigator's pool, and you keep going forward. Strangely though, you still see no land. There is nothing in front of you. The storm is gone though. There is no storm. And then day goes to night once again. Night goes to day. There's the food stores are starting to like dwindle a bit. You still bought enough, but like all the easy perishables are already gone, eaten or thrown out because they've gone rotten at this point. You start thinking, he's like, the thought will probably cross over your head, like, did we bring enough? We haven't seen anything for 6 days. People are sort of like, there's a bit of murmurs here and there. The Jarl, he's oftentimes like goes up to the front, like has a like clear look-see, and then kind of goes back down. And every now and at one point every now and then he'll go up and down the boat, but like at one point he'll actually stop, like near where you guys are at, because I'm guessing you guys are sort of like to the back-ish area. I mean, Rutger said he was specifically near the back, but he'll sort of like just kind of like take a power stance, take a bit of a stance and be like, "Your first raids, isn't it? I remember my first time. To be young again. It's been such a long time since that. I long for it. I long for that experience you're about to get."
What did you see when we went through the wall?
The wall? Oh, the Maelstrom. I saw Thor himself strike that open for us. I told you the gods are with us. And he goes, "Ah," and then the whole crew goes, "Ah," with them as well.
And I think back again, what did I see specifically?
You saw a giant, like, very pale, but like this blue outline, is female figure as well. It's like female coming out of it with like pale white hair, basically going out and punching it.
Okay. In that case, that's what I've spent the last couple of days since that moment. That's what I've been trying to reshape my Eldritch Blast into. It's like that little face fired out.
Yeah, it's like you get every time you like go like you doing it over and over again. Every time you try to do it, you can't do it. But every time you just like kind of like after you get like lost in a topic and you're just kind of like thinking about something else, that's when it's there and you look at it and then it shapes away again.
Yeah, that's just focusing on that. This one is hard to chase. And I just keep trying to do that one.
He has really no idea what you're talking about, but
no.
He sort of just like kind of like he sort of like crouches down and is like, "How would you guys like to be the leaders of this raid? Follow your direction. I want the experience of my first raid again, when I was not leading it, when I was there, but but a man with like you, Ruspar, right now, your first aid, ready to make your parents proud. How would you guys like to take over? We'll follow your direction. I could, of course, leave it to Bjorkis here, but between you and me, he's not very much a people person. He says it very clearly now that Bjorkis can hear it.
Just here to fight.
You are your father's son. And he's like, he sort of like, he sort of gestures towards like a Grendel. He's like, how about you?
I mean, I can. I don't know if that would be a really good idea.
Oh, could you imagine it? And he's sort of like saying to like the people around him as well. It's like, could you imagine it? First time they're meeting the mighty Norse Raiders, the mighty warriors of Skringard, and our spokesperson is you. Tiny little fierce fighter. It would be absolutely hilarious.
They wouldn't know what hit him.
It's kind of a dark chuckle, yeah. When this is what their children can do. Imagine when they send the parents.
It's like, you should challenge her to an arm wrestle if you're going to say say things like that. And he sort of like gives Grendel a wink and like goes back to the front of the boat. Like stands at the front, starts doing what he's been doing the last few days.
Now I'm intrigued. How could this little child be anything in an arm wrestle?
Oh dear, does Ruspar say that out? Oh, yeah, you are Ruspar. Does Gunnar say that out loud? Sorry.
Yes,
I want to see.
Yes, definitely. There's no way this tiny little thing can handle me in an arm wrestle.
I mean, I'm ready to go when you are.
Yeah, do it. I want to see some funnies.
As this goes on, you see all like the rest of the crewmates kind of like getting around, like they're like, yeah. It's like it seems to be a thing.
I say nothing but water for 3 days, so this will be good.
Well, let's do it. An arm wrestle.
I look at our small furry friend and say, "So, do they gamble where you are coming from?"
Where I come from. Oh, we have this game called Acorns. Have you ever heard of it?
The face is just like, oh no. 9? I have.
So, how big is your mouth? Like, in terms of capacity, what would you say?
I think I am beginning to understand your game, and I don't think I like where this is going.
Yeah, well, if you consider yourself a betting man, you would want to play Acorns very badly.
I just started that very slowly just slide away without ending the conversation.
I turn around to anyone who's listening is like, oh, I just won the bet.
Literally no one is paying attention because everyone is surrounding this now formed circle around these two getting ready to do an arm wrestle. Unfortunately, no one sees your well-deserved victory.
I still won my Acorns game, so I just like walk over.
You guys are both there. This little like bench that you've been sitting on, in between you, arms ready. Grendel almost standing up to do it. Give me a straight strength check. 7.
Here it is.
21 versus a 7.
Oh yes.
Oh, I imagine Gunnar's going to like, what's this child gonna do? Like, just way too overconfident, and then like you sort of like start, and then like Grendel lets it go for a bit, and then just bam! It's like it's complete shock to you. You would not have expected that at all. And it's like absolutely like your arms almost saw just how much force she put behind that.
You want to
I
go
wasn't
again?
ready. Yes, I wasn't ready.
People are cheering, like a bunch of them are laughing, and it's like some of them know how Grendel is actually really strong, but like clearly others are like completely shocked by it, and like there's laughs going around. Let's do another one, round 2. Best out of 3, I guess.
Those ones, even if you win, you don't win. I mean, you arm wrestled a little girl. Good for you.
There's no winning this. Like,
I guess after 9 days on a boat, you do anything for fun.
You need some entertainment somehow.
Can I cast minor illusion to like make her arm look like just even more like just super jacked?
Yeah, it's like
just
as you guys are getting
like,
ready for round 2, like
slams down on the table kind of thing. Just
yeah, you look at the arm and you swear it's larger than it was before. Doesn't feel any different in your hand, but it just looks a lot larger. But yes, round 2. Give me another strength check, both of you. Oh, this time Gunnar is not having it, and you see him like almost rage in his eyes as he's like going through and just slowly brings it down finally, and then bam, then just, it's like, do you do any sort of celebration at your victory?
no, I'm just happy to have proved myself.
I just
I'm not weaker than a little girl. Like, hey, yes, that's more like it.
I just walk by and casually say, 2 out of 3. And just keep walking.
And the crowd that hears it, and they're kind of like all laughing, like he was like, yeah, 2 out of 3, go, another. This is clearly the most entertainment you guys have had this whole trip, so everyone's getting into it. Except the Jarl, as you would probably notice. He's still at the front of the boat, just kind of like watching.
Captain's got a captain.
Here you go.
Oh, another 20 and a 22. Oh, Brendel will not let this defeat stop her. As it's going back and forth. It lasts for almost 2 hours. You guys are just absolutely at this, completely going for it. It's like just no one's letting up, and eventually, Brendel starts getting the upper hand, and you see it go down. As much as you fight against it, Gunnar, it eventually hits the bottom, and the crowd lets out this biggest cheer you've heard this whole time. you start hearing the clinking of silver going between crew members. There was clearly bets going on.
I'm gonna go pout. My ego is hurt.
Brendel will walk over and kind of pat him on the back and be like, "You didn't know better. Next time, don't underestimate me." And just kind of skip off.
What do you pout on the boat? Do you kind of go to the front, or do you kind of just like sit in your chair, kind of like looming over?
I'm gonna wander up to the front and see what's going on.
No, absolutely. Now, as you get up to it, you see the Jarl sort of turn his head back and just like do a bit of a smirk, and he's like, "Look." And as you look forward, the sight of the sorest of eyes, you see a coastline. Seems to be a bit of like a edged cliff face. Even from this distance, you can actually see there's definitely a building that seems to be like just cresting over this cliff face in the hill. And the Jarl like turns to you, is like, "We did it. We are here." And he turns back to the crew, is like, "We are here. Whoo, whoo," and starts like chanting. You see like that everyone like bustles into action. Everyone's grabbing axes and stuff like that. You see people like grabbing the shields, like polishing it, sharpening their axes, like, and you like, if you hadn't just done this arm wrestle, like everyone seems to be at that level of excitement as well. It just keeps going on. It's just like everyone's like there, and they start like stomping as they're getting closer. And this time, even the lizard and the minotaur join in as well. Not with like the singing, but they're doing the stomp as well as you guys near up the shoreline. Exactly.
Without any motion at all, the sword just appears in my right hand. Just poof.
Is that, you want to describe
staring at the building?
That's a condition.
Look at you. Yes, that is a very good way of explaining it. Yes.
What's wrong with your hand then? Do you want to cut it off with the sword you summoned?
I open the hand and the sword disappears, and I look down at you and say, "It is a curse."
Oh, did you make a deal with the giants or the Fae?
do not know
Oh.
who I have made a deal with. That is why I am on this journey.
Well, one time my friend Valander said, if you don't like the little humans, then you put curse on them. and so I figured that it was a bit of a pastime that they would put the curses on you. But we could one day we'll go talk to them and see if you could make you uncursed, as it. You know what I'm saying? The giants, giants are real in this world, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so giants.
Okay, actually, there's something I should. There's something they definitely.
I'm sorry, so I'm not dreaming this. I promise.
I should be a bit more specific about that. Actually, giants. There's tons of tales about giants. Everyone believes that they existed at some point, but that no one's seen one for a very, very long time. It's sort of like faded into legend.
Okay.
It's not quite at the point of myths yet, but like because some of the elves that live around Skridingard can still recount times of like, oh yeah, when the giants were here, but like they seem to have basically disappeared off, and no one really sees them anymore.
So as I was saying, my friend usually they said they would curse people. Sometimes it was for fun. Sometimes, as justice. So what did you do to earn the wrath?
I am the kind of person who has done many things which could get me cursed.
I also like the idea of this conversation going on with everyone's just like, whoa, like clearly getting ready to storm a beach.
Very quiet little conversation in the corner of the people that are not involved in the boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
I lean over and give him I pull out like a little tiny broken blade. And I'm like, look, if you find a giant, hand this to them. Maybe you never know. What if you return something to them? They might go easy on you. And it's like a short sword. It's like like the blade of Aragorn's blade in Lord of the Rings, just kind of snapped off. Yeah.
I look at it for a second, look back, like trying to figure out where it came from. You just had a stick a second ago, and now all of a sudden you handed me this weapon.
Oh yeah, it's in my bag.
Okay.
I can't use that one. I also don't want to.
This I understand. I also do not want to use it. And I put it in my backpack looking kind of confused. But thank you.
Yeah, I walk over. You see me handing things to other people as well. Just like a little trinket of some kind.
And it's about at this time now, finally, that you, the beach is clearly there. This building that you could see, that, I suppose, Gunnar saw. I don't know if any of you decide to look, we'll just say that you did. But, you can't see that anymore. It's clearly it seems to be a bit further away than just on the cliffside, but it's obviously a very tall building. But as you arrive to this basically beach cliff, and the ship caves in, cutting through the sand as it lands there. And everyone starts kind of jumping out. There's no one. It doesn't seem to be anyone straight here, so people aren't even though they're raw on the way here. There's beaches, and everyone sort of files out. There's a clear decrepit-looking dock that no one seems to have been. No one has really seemed to be using. There's an old boat there and a broken wagon. It seems a bit old, but there is a path that leads into the cliff face from that point. It's not quite where you landed, but you know what? Let's throw you to this screen.
We're all doomed as a map.
I wonder what's going to happen here.
Oh.
After you sort of pile out of the boat, actually, you know what? Let's make it so stream can see it as well.
Last or near last, off the boat.
Let's see if I did this correctly. Kapow! Yeah, it seems to be working. New screen. You go now. Chat can see what they're looking at. They can also see what I'm looking at, so they get the secrets. They get the secrets.
Oh, I don't close my window then.
I'll cover that with my character sheet.
Oh, my Twitch chat's gone.
No, so even if you guys see, it's not too bad. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, as you pile out, basically, you see everyone's kind of excited. The Jarl actually seeing you go last, Woodko. He actually kind of waits for you to leave before he jumps off. But the Jarl is actually the last one off, and if anyone's looking at him, which he's just kind of you can see he's just proud. He's not even like, oh yeah, let's get this. He just seems to be I was right, sort of thing, just kind of this sense of victory. Immediately the lizard folk kind of walks up to the cliff face and puts its hands on it and starts warm. And it is actually quite a warm day as well, so you'd imagine the rock would have heated up at some point. Bjorkus, he's right at the front of the group. He was the first. He was like at the back, like, you know, piloting the boat. As soon as it hit the sand, he was like moving forward, and as he moved forward through the boat, you all would have all seen him like pick up 2 giant shields, like, and I mean giant tower shields that are basically his size. And he was like the first one to jump out the front and sort of like give a look and starts heading towards the path. If any of you have anything specific you want to do as you leave the boat. No, it's like there's 1 or 2 people that stay on the boat. That's clearly they're just like they're making sure that the boat's okay, making sure it's tied up, doesn't go anywhere. But like everyone else is like they're off the boat and like kind of all looking at each other. Some of them like are clanking their axes. When you guys see a group of people approaching, they come down this path and they're wearing sort of like they've got like spears. They're not like they don't seem super well armed, but they do have like clearly like a helmet. A bit of like a gambeson on. They are armored, but they don't look like rich or anything like that. There's almost like when you've gone around town, they look like the town guard sort of thing. A couple of them have a crossbows, but they seem to like be approaching you. One of them is a bit more regal than the others. Like not in the sense that he looks rich, but in the sense of like he's like trying to carry himself a bit more upright. He definitely looks nervous though. Like you don't even guys need to do an insight check on that one. He just looks nervous. But he sort of like approaches Bjorkus, who Bjorkus immediately just kind of like moves the shields together, while everyone else kind of stands in a line and starts interlocking like not interlocking shields properly like for combat, but like sort of like axes at the ready, like looking like everyone's trying to judge whether or not this is trouble. The Jarl still seems to be hanging back, just kind of like if any of you look at them, he's kind of like looks at everyone else and seeing if any of you guys are gonna like take the initiative here.
I'll walk up.
Yeah, I'm walking up to the front of the line and I realize like my hands are empty. I put my axes down somewhere.
I whisper someone, has anyone got a little present or treasure for them? Like a gift?
He's like, that's when the Jarl sort of like walks over like past you. He's still looking directly at them. He's like, we don't come to give. And then this group,
as in us?
It's like before you can answer, you start hearing a voice come from this one that looks regal. He's like taking a step in front of his group, and he just goes, "Afradak?" And like Bjorkus kind of just like looks around. Afradak?
Yes.
You say that, and he just kind of like looks. Firda?
Do you know what they're speaking?
You have no idea what they're speaking. Sorry, all your languages mean nothing here.
So at this point, they realize that my hands are empty, and I fix that and do my recall.
So you see, at that happening, you see him sort of like jump back a bit. Fredak, and then he starts like pointing at the sun.
Oh, I think he's thirsty.
Actually, you know what? You don't know the language he's speaking, but if you guys want to make insight checks or anything else, relevant, you can absolutely do something like that to try and figure out what he's trying to say.
Can you use it as a sentence?
I mean, we're on a raid, right? I step past Bjorkus.
Damn it!
I step past Bjorkus. My hand lights up, and I prepare to fire Eldritch Blast at the boss.
I look up when he points up and go, and then I'm making my move.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty.
You guys for a Republican friend, but this is about to get ugly in a hurry.
Oh no!
I mean, also, it's like
Gunnar and Kanina. Last game.
You try to understand what he's saying. You have absolutely no idea. Grendel, you're trying to like you're good at reading people after how you convince them all. You see, all you really get from him though is like he's acting friendly.
Oh.
And then you guys all get a surprise round if you want. Roll me some initiatives.
I've
not used
roll
20 in quite some time.
+0. Oh,
22.
Oops, I forgot to select my token because I'm an idiot.
It's been a hot minute since I played this.
No valid token.
Very long time
there
since I have
Yeah, you have to select your token as you roll initiative.
Let us make many excuses.
Oh,
there we
no.
go.
Yes,
let's
let's-
get that then.
Let's use some excuses because I need them.
To be fair,
My-
let's
my
change
token
mine back
was
to a
selected.
6.
How do
You guys
I?
probably can see that, but it doesn't matter. You know that I'm not cheating,
change mine
man.
back to a 6.
How do I send
There we
this
go,
through
because that's
the-
what I really rolled.
Hang on, let me just.
I
make
always
sure.
set it to spoil the ties based on dexterity, just to see what stupid numbers it comes up
Yeah,
with.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fair enough. But this is at point 18.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Apologies to stream. I know things were popping up on screen there for a bit, but bear with me. Bear
How do I
with me.
select my token?
Just click on
You
your
should be
token,
able to.
and
Hang on,
you should get a
hang on,
little
let me
box
just-
around it.
Let me
Yeah.
just double check that you got permission. Sweet. Oh, hey. I saw a 20 there.
A little box around
Oh, when you click your token, do you see? Does it highlight in some way?
it. It gives me like the 3 little red, blue, green dots.
Perfect. As well, with that lit, now go to your character sheet and hit the initiative button.
Still 19.
I mean, yeah, I can just manually. As long as you appear on the thing, I can just manually
Yeah,
do
no,
it.
it-
19's fine.
it
Yeah,
came
that's
up.
fine. How do I? Now we just do that button. No.
You
That's
want to
backwards.
sort?
Yes,
There
sort.
should be your settings button at the bottom, and then there should be 2 big buttons, descending and ascending.
ascending.
Hit
No, we don't.
descending. starts
I'm
there.
stupid. Never mind me. Just forgetting what I'm doing. There we are. All right. Oh, you guys do have a surprise round.
100 hours using Roll20.
Oh, it's just been a hot minute since I did. I've had to do a bit of relearning of Roll20 again. But surprise round. Actually, since Kanina, you didn't really get yourself prepared. You were kind of like, oh, is he trying to be friendly? I'm going to say you're not part of the surprise round. Is that all right with you?
That's fair. I was also going to do nothing this round,
Fair enough. Well, Gunnar,
so that works.
bounce into action. What do you do? Gunnar,
I am dropping both of these axes towards his collarbones, either side of his head.
just bam, go for it. Give me a roll. A roll for attack. Not to be confused with roll for damage.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
And
me-
it
doesn't matter.
begins.
It doesn't
you
matter
d-
what game you play in, man.
Also, you do get you do have advantage here because it's a surprise round. He was not expecting this at all, so you do actually have advantage. So that did hit. So give us some damage.
Should be. Oh, it's not auto.
Just click where it
Oh, you
says
just click battle axe one hand.
Battle
battle
axe
axe
one-handed.
one-handed. Yeah,
There we go.
you go.
11 slashing damage. Hot diggity daffodil.
Whew.
It's like as you come down with both
Garbage
these
ticket,
axes,
big damage.
like you feel like you only needed one when you did this, but they basically just like cave into his chest and they go, oh, your axes meet at the center, and he's just like, you see his like eyes of shock before his like body just like crumples into 2 pieces. Immediately, all the other guards start like trying to ready their spears, but it is too late for them because you guys still have a surprise round, and that guy is dead. Good start. Now, how do we do this?
We are not here to make friends and influence people. Well,
Yeah, I wanted to make the choice.
I mean, we
there
want
for you.
to influence is a vague word.
I'm here to influence them in towards death.
Persuade to die.
Persuade to die. You still do have another attack, Gunnar. If you do want to do another thing, technically speaking, even though you use both unless you just you want the extra damage onto this guy's corpse with your extra second attack, because you still have a bonus action. Oh, sorry, you muted. I can't hear you.
You're muted somehow.
There we go. Every once in a while, when I push the button, it doesn't do anything. I said I was dropping both axes on him. So
No,
I
okay,
dropped
cool.
both
Like,
axes on him.
he's absolutely eviscerated everyone. Both sides are now jumping completely ready into action. But then we go straight to I was gonna say Kenina, but no, unfortunately, we go straight to Rutka. You've prepared his blast.
In that case, the Eldritch Blast that's in my hand drops. For my bonus action, I summon my sword again. With my action, I actually will cast Lightning Lure
Yep.
at this one,
Yep, absolutely.
the one that's closest to me.
Gotcha.
And so that is a strength save.
Strength
Oh no,
save.
hang on. Strength save or they get pulled in.
All right, will do. It's hang on, which one is? Why do I not have a thing up here? I'm silly. I accidentally closed this thing. Boop. Alrighty, strength saving throw. Come on, buddy. Where is save though?
Is there a save or is that an attack?
I'm pretty sure it sounds like it's a save. I mean, he doesn't have prison.
Yeah, it's just a straight. So yeah, it's a straight strength save, and if you fail,
that should be the same number. So
right to goes. Yeah.
Whatever that was. Hang on, I lost my chat. A 14. Does that pass?
No, my save DC is 15. I just discovered.
Oh, nice. Well, roll me. So, what does this actually do? Describe it for me.
So, the white head that I was trying to concentrate on disappears, and instead the hand comes out, and that black storm of the Maelstrom comes out, and just wraps around them. The lightning goes out, and wraps around their torso, and I pull, and like a lasso, it tightens and pulls them towards me. And then I can pull them 10 feet. So I've only got 5. So I pull them right next to me, there. And then drop the magic, and the sword tip is right at their throat, ready to attack. But I'm out of stuff, so that's it for my round.
Absolutely. All right, 7 bits of damage. Yeah, as he gets flung towards you, you see he's the lightning clearly goes through his spear and burns his hand, and he gets kind of slammed into the wall a bit. But he still seems to be he's on one leg, but he's still alive by the looks of things.
Yep.
Also, sorry, stream, by the way, I just kind of messed up the dice roll thing for a second there. My bad. Alrighty.
So then I'm just standing there with my sword just vibrating, ready to kill him.
Grendel, you've got your surprise round if you wish to do anything.
So I would have run up, but I'll take that as my surprise.
I can say that you ran up beforehand. I mean, everyone was kind of moving up there, and so
okay.
As long as because everyone's kind of in the line. I imagine when these other people rocked up, you're not going to just sit back hanging out.
This guy right here.
Absolutely. Give me a roll.
Rage.
Yes.
And then attack with my axe.
Oh, nothing more terrifying than a teenage or than a 5-year-old who's angry.
I've got too many screens up is what I do. Is that 11 to hit? You've got advantage because he's they're surprised, so you've got advantage, so you feel free to roll again.
Okay.
21. That's more like it. Now
go.
Click on that great axe and let's see how it goes. 11 slashing. As you've seen Gunnar basically do his move about chopping this person in twain, you got to prove yourself. You beat him in arm wrestling. You can beat him at this too. So you come up there. They see this guard sees a little girl coming up to him and sort of just record he's getting the spear ready. But you can see a bit of confusion on your face before you basically pull out the axe from the side, and with one swift motion, bam, straight through the torso, as he falls also in 2 pieces as well. He is dead.
I just about dropped my sword.
Just a clean cut through it. Alrighty, Gunnar, you just saw that happen as we move into your turn. Unfortunately, all your crewmates weren't ready either, so they get their round during the actual round.
Never to be outdone. I'm just going to, step over the guy I just cut down.
Mm-hmm.
And first, I will take one swing at that gentleman there.
Yeah, this guy, now he's got his shield up, so he seems a bit more prepared than the first guy.
Yeah, see, here it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
I told you when I'm around.
Yeah, you're still in your bad rolls, Kevin. I'm used to being that way. Now, as you go to, you see Grendel basically chop this one in half, and you're like, I'm not going to have any of that, and you go up for a side swipe with your battle axe in the one hand, but unfortunately bounces off his shield that he's managed to just get up in time. It sort of recoils. You still got your bonus action attack if you still wish to do that.
Drop the other one.
Now that one's a hit.
Yeah, that's a little more like it. That is more like
Roll me some damage. 9 slashing damage. Okay, as you pull out this, you basically knock away his shield with the first one. You wanted to get for the hit, but you're like, oh, well, now you're just open, and you just go for a nice good slice down the side, slide down the chest. He seems to he takes a step back, and you see him his eyes go wide, but he's puts up his shield, and he's clearly leaning over. He drops his spear. He's barely clinging onto life.
Not even off the beach, and Legolas and Gimli's already started.
Which is which?
Oh, that's fantastic. Alrighty, do you have anything else you want to do for your turn? I mean, you got movement, I guess.
No.
Nah, you're good. Alrighty, that guy is dead, so never mind. Okay, no, you've seen this kick off. You've already seen 2 people just get chopped in half, basically. One of them piecemeal, and it's the clanging is happening. Everything is going on. What do you do? I should probably get some more combat music, shouldn't I?
I guess I'll walk.
It's a very peaceful beating.
It's very peaceful.
Yeah.
Combat. Sorry,
It's my speed. 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I walk over to here.
Oh, there we go.
I walk up a little bit and I'm like, are you sure there's no way we could just talk to these people?
Roll me a persuasion. Why not?
Is that my action?
I'm gonna let it be a bonus action.
Okay.
Just because it's not a very long like that. You could easily do that within like
22.
22.
Oh, I should have rolled that and rolled 20, but 22.
I trust you. You sort of say it, and you see like one of the dude next to you sort of like puts down his axe, but it looks like Bjorkus and like even the Jarl doesn't even have his weapons out. He's just kind of like walking up behind you and just kind of like casually like watching it happen. But like Bjorkus and a bunch of the other ones, they're still like ready. Like, we're in combat. This is why we're here. We're not going to listen to the rabbit person. I'm sorry, but
Oh. I go, okay, well,
but one of them did let down their axe.
I want to cast Mage Armor.
Mage Armor, absolutely.
Yeah, so my AC will be 16 instead of 13.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that'll yeah, I've done a move. The persuasion was a bonus. Yeah, that's my turn.
Yes. Alrighty, well, I'd say these guys also heard you say it, but unfortunately to them it was Alrighty. Rutger.
Oh yeah.
What is your AC?
This is where
this one that
wrong.
is basically slammed into a wall. Has basically
14.
like come up 14.
Yeah.
He's pulled himself up and he goes for a stab with his spear.
Oh, I hate it when it makes you wait. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've got way too many screens up. Why did I set it up like this?
13.
What am I doing?
So he bounced.
Also, just misses it. But you're kind of ready for it. Like you got your sword in your hand now as well, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So as it's coming up for it, you're like almost a bit worried, but like you kind of casually just like block it out of the way, and you're like, that was smoother than I expected. Alrighty. Gunnar, this one that you've sliced in the chest is also basically doing the same thing. He's like, actually no, he dropped the spear, didn't he? He's like, he's going to use his bonus action to like reach down, basically pick it up and try and go for a stab. He will get the attack against you, but you also will get an opportunity attack against him. Hang on, let me actually roll that. What am I doing? Does a
You ask all the difficult questions.
crit 20 hit.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
And here's the other dice rolls that Roosbar gets. Yes.
Oh no.
If you add up
Since
what
one
you roll
automatically
and what
crit,
he
let me
rolls,
just do
they're
that
pretty much average.
Good start. Good
Yeah,
start.
It's
Just go.
Oh,
I've had the Wheaton curse since before it was the Wheaton curse.
You get 9 points of damage as, like, surprisingly, the spear is just you're like prepping for your attack, another attack, and then the spear just kind of like stabs you. You know, like the move like at the end of a duel when someone's about to lose, and they stab you in the chest.
Yeah.
But instead, it just kind of like it scrapes by, like it hurts, but you're like you're still ready to go, and you still have this opportunity attack to do a counter.
Oh.
Alrighty, 7 damage. Yeah, that's absolutely enough, and that definitely hits. So, as he gets that, you're like, how dare you? And you just basically chop off his arm, and then with your other axe, you chop off his head.
Bastard.
Bastard.
And then just like kick the body over.
Grendel, this one that is like on the other side, this one that you've just slapped in two. He's like, you can see he's panicked, but he's like, "That's an arc!" And then he jumps in. You don't understand what he's saying. He basically like jumps over his friend's body as he goes for a stab with this here spear. If I can, I need to stop quoting this.
Which part of where's he from?
Yeah, that
Stick you
hits.
with my spear.
He's from the Netherlands.
Shit,
There's a
in
22
Florida.
hit.
Yes, it does.
Oh, who hit a
Should've made
little
these
girl?
automatic
Kind of
rolls.
an asshole.
Oh, no, that's 9 points of damage for you. But you are raging, however, so you do take half of that. But yeah,
Okay,
this,
so
with
4,
this-
5.
5. Yeah, it's round up.
Typically, yeah.
I'm gonna be cruel this session. Round up.
Yeah.
It's like
Play
this
it
one
real.
is- yeah, jumped in and basically seems extra angry, and he's just stabbed you. And after that, it is Rutger's turn. Actually, hang on. You both. What is Brenda? What is your I was about to say your DLC. What is your dexterity?
Coming out in March next year.
13.
13. Actually, Grendel, you go first because you've got a higher
Yes.
dexterity than Kevin. He just had to put his 1.1 in front of you.
Yeah.
So, like,
Makes
after
it
getting
look
hurt,
bigger.
she's just gonna look at him and be like, "That hurt," and go for another swing.
You see, but like he's glad that he got the strike, but then he smiles and you say that he gets a bit of confusion. Then he sees you're going to attack him, and just fear. 24 will absolutely hit. Roll me some damage. 11 slashing damage. Yes, much to Gunnar's Kadrin. How do you want to do this chop, actually? I should get you guys to describe these, not me.
It's going to be up.
Is up, so baseball style, you basically go right up, you hit the side of his pelvis, and it just goes again cleanly through him as he just splits, and almost like what's called Star Wars. It's like the sliding. That's not Star Wars. It's just an anime.
It's like an anime thing.
Yeah, it's like sliding off the side as he falls into two pieces as well.
Yeah.
So, Star Wars. My favorite anime is Star Wars.
It's an old Bugs Bunny too, but never mind.
Alrighty, there's only this one guy left, and he's right in front of you, Gunnar. Not Gunnar, sorry, Rutger. Mixing up my names.
Just look at him, smile, and drive it up under his chin.
Absolutely.
This is
Roll
only
me
the
an
one-handed,
attack.
so
yes.
12 points. 22 to hit
yeah.
for 12 points of damage.
It's just it goes up through his chin, up through the head, and you see it pops off his helmet as he just you sit there for a bit, and it's just the whole body just kind of goes limp as you bring it
And
back
as my
through.
bonus action, it disappears, and you just fall.
So, yeah, just yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like that. Alrighty. Everyone roll me perception checks. So I got to actually.
I automatically heard.
Oh,
I
dirty
am
20.
nothing.
I forgot to kill these people on screen.
Yes, you rang? Oh, 9.
9. Alright, we got a 20. Ooh.
Dirty 20.
Alrighty, so. Sorry, I forgot your name. Kenanor. You see at the top of this basically cliff face, kind of peering down, there's a figure wearing this red cloak. And you see it's quite far up there, but you see almost a bit of a panic as he immediately turns back and starts running away. I guess you won't be able to see exactly where.
Someone just ran away, and well, they're probably going to get some friends. So maybe we could try this again, but with people who are not dead.
You see, Bjorkus kind of just walks in front of everybody, stomps over the corpse, and is like, "Next time, stay behind my shield," and just
got
keeps
my
going. Yeah, it's just what Bjorkus would say anyway. You see the rest of the group kind of looks like seeing you guys clean up before they could even react. Basically, is everyone's kind of side eyeing each other, oh damn, these people are the real deal. You see the lizard folk kind of scraping his claw against the side of this cliff as he also heads towards this pathway. The Jarl kind of just stands, looks over the people, looks at all of you, and just gives you a bit of a nod. He seems to be holding back while everyone else kind of moves forward.
He's the guy that's going to go ape shit at the end. You just know it.
Spoilers. Who gave you my notes? Alrighty, and because I'm smart, I've done this. All is. You know what we can do? We can just do a nice big map reveal. After you start getting up this pathway, it basically just cuts up and down. It's a bit more squiggly than the map presents. This guy is not there anymore, by the way. He's gone. But yes. It kind of after you get to the top there, it's sort of hang on, let's calm down that music a little bit, shall we? Let's get some more wind. No, it's as yeah. Oh, hang on, I left a nice black box there, didn't I? Nice one, me. All right, yeah.
My immersion.
My immersion. that was a squealy part. It's just like it was all blocked on the map.
Yeah.
Now, as you get past to the top, it's actually quite a lush green. It's like it's quite stark difference going from this like sand and this gravel path, and then you just got lush green all around. You can see like farmlands. If you've got really good eyesight, as you're like kind of crest the top, you'd be able to see this one person just like absolutely sprinting. He's like ages away. But he's absolutely sprinting. You see like people like kind of like blotches in the distance in these like sort of farmstead areas, but no one's really close enough that you can like, oh, that's that straight away. But you can clearly see where the guy is running, and now you can see this giant, almost looking fortress looking thing. It's got big walls, and you can see this big like steepled like tower inside of it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just heading in that direction. I mean, we're committed now. There's no point, and yeah.
Yeah, so everyone's sort
of
like
there doesn't seem. I look around. There doesn't seem to be a sort of marching order or plan. So I just start making my way that way.
No, it's like when.
Not first though.
Not first yet.
I'm not a first kind of person.
Yeah, the only person that's trailing you, Rutger, would be the Jarl himself. Bjorkus is clearly leading the charge. He's got his shields like at the ready, just kind of like stomping up there. No one is making themselves like seem hidden. Everyone seems like we're here for this reason. You see every now and then like one of the other like crewmates will like light up a torch and like throw it into a farm field and start lighting it on fire.
Oh.
It's like actually Kanina, you see the one that was like sitting next to you is like, now this is why we do it.
I want to see the lush valleys.
He's like,
and that's on fire.
He kind of does like a double back, and he's like looks so confused as you guys basically head up the path.
Oh,
you see, but if what is everyone's passive perception actually? Let's see what is everyone's eyesight like?
Perception 14.
14.
11.
9.
Oh, nice. All right, now it gets a bit far away. Like you can clearly see where you're headed, but. That figure that was running away seems to have disappeared now. But before long, after he seems to have disappeared, you hear a giant like bell ringing, like bong 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 bong, and then like you see like all these people in the distance that you've been slowly getting closer towards. We can probably actually move you. No, not yet. You can stare at the screen for a while. Now, it's like yes, you see all these like figures that are kind of in the distance, sort of like absolutely like start moving a lot more frantically. Things are happening, like, you guys can pretty much assume an alarm's been set off, and people are getting... You can see a lot of people just straight up leaving, like, as you get closer and closer, you'll, like, see people, like, in wagons and stuff, like, basically just, like, hurrying off, like, the complete opposite direction from where you guys are coming from. But it seems like a bunch of people have been, like, grabbing spears or, like, swords and stuff like that. They seem to be all, like, merging into this, like, walled-off area, leaving the farms and all these buildings outside to their fate, if you for whatever you guys do with these outside before you approach this fortressed area. How do you guys want to do that?
I'm jogging directly towards it. Can we see a door or a way in?
There is clearly a path that would lead to a door. Yeah. You can't see specifically a door, but it's very clearly a path entrance somewhere.
So yeah, as I start to run, sword in hand again, and then just jogging.
Yeah, as you pick up a bit of speed, you'll see like everyone else kind of like picking up with you, unless someone wants to specifically lag behind. But even the Jarl will be like keeping pace with you. Mm-hmm. He'll sort of like almost catch up and say a bit louder to everyone. He's like, "Don't go straight to the walls. Stop at about 50 meters." Because I use the metric system here.
Oh.
So yeah, I will run to about 60 meters away from the walls and stop then.
Yeah. Everyone's, and as they get there, you can see some like stray arrows kind of flying over. They seem to be that inaccurate that no one's even worried about it. And it's like, it's clearly someone just like going like on the other side of the wall, no idea what they're shooting at. It's like, people seem to be a bit panicked. When you're a bit closer, yeah, you can see like these like everyone that seems to be leaving looks to be like civilians, like families and stuff like that. They don't look like fighters, but they are pretty much all gone by the time you've arrived. When you get close to the wall, you can see like a few like people with like crossbows on the top of it, like sort of like. If you've got a good eyesight, which none of you have, they're kind of like shaking a bit. There's 2 guards at the front of this gate, like with their spears out, like with a shield. And this gate itself is actually a palisade, like this big portcullis, like this massive like steel gate that is essentially locking you out of this place. But as you get closer, everyone's sort of like at this like 60-meter mark. Everyone sort of like locks shields, you know, just for any stray arrows. Every now and then, someone with a crossbow will take a shot, but it just hits the wall. No one's too worried about it. Especially Bjorkus, who's got these 2 giant shields and is basically protecting half the crew, because he's just like every time he sees one, he just like holds it up and just blocks it away. While everyone's at the shield wall, you see like the Jarl kind of move forward like to the front of it, and then like go to like say he says something to Bjorkus, and then like turns around and is like, now you see why we bring him. And then at that moment, you see him clang the 2 shields together. Lets out an absolute huge roar, which is weird coming from a cow. It's like, and he starts absolutely sprinting faster than you guys have ever seen at the portcullis. Oh. It's like all the crossbows like on the wall. You see them all like turn from the wall and start shooting at him, but it's just bouncing off the shields as he absolutely charges in and smashes the portcullis. You can almost see the entire wall kind of shake. The dust kind of goes down. You see like the portcullis itself seems to just be bent at first. One of the people at the front actually falls off and like lands on the ground. Now he's there like, and then like looks at this giant minotaur next to him, where he, the minotaur just smacks him with the shield, takes another step back and goes again. Boom! When this time you see the portcullis completely fall over. And then at that point, you see the everyone just, all the soldiers, including the Jarl, just like, Dah! As you guys move to this new screen.
Oh yeah, right behind the big guy.
Yes, and we get back that more intense music because we don't need to just hang out in a nice, calm environment. Now, it's, obviously, you guys are a bit further away, but for reason's sake, this is at the start of the map. The gate has now been smashed, and you can see Bjorkus is already walking in. He's actually left these 2 guys outside. All will be revealed once you enter. But, guess what? Guess what you guys are rolling? Everyone's favorite initiative.
I need to make the old map.
Yeah, we're still on the old map.
You're still on the map? Did you not transfer up? Hang on. Oh my goodness, it didn't save that. There we go. Sorry about that.
There it goes. No, it's all good.
Hang on, I need to clear this. How do I clear this? Remove all turns.
You turn it or yeah.
There we go. Alright. And then... now, let me roll a bunch of initiatives as well.
I don't think my token is on
Our
the
tokens
screen.
aren't there either yet.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You're completely correct. Look at me being prepared.
Initiative.
It's not like any of us had 3 hours to prepare for this.
3 hours notice. Oh yeah, okay. Stick it in. Yeah, that was just starting to heal too. Just starting to heal.
Oh, we can't let him forget. Guys. We can't let him forget.
No, don't let me get away with that. That was horse shit. Absolutely the least professional behavior of my life.
Also, yeah, if you guys, if you want to be in like any specific order, feel free to move yourself anywhere freely in front of that gate. I just put you, there for being there. Let me roll some initiatives. Hooray!
12.
Oh, I'm not clicking tokens. I'm doing this silly thing, aren't I? Good one, me. Hooray! I am a professional, I swear.
There'll only be one of us screwing this up, and I already did that.
So I got to pay. It's like I should really pick it up then. Alright, let's just do that. That fella.
That's gonna take a long time to live down. I'm not gonna lie. That's I owe 2 of these people a lot of cool stuff in the games that are coming up in the next week or 2.
And this boy. So clearly the most fun of any combat is setting up. These guys are at it? Yeah, they're all there. Okay, cool. Now we want to do a descending. Alrighty, Grendel. The gate is open, and you get to make your move. What do you do? There are still these 2 guards at the front, and 2 of them are shooting like they've got crossbows and they're aiming it down at the party.
She's just, if neither of them are like actually attacking her, she's gonna run in.
Oh, absolutely, go for it. Actually, if you do run past them, they will get an opportunity attack. Well, one of them will. So
Okay.
you're either gonna have to clear one of them on the way in, or you can just take the opportunity attack.
Yeah, I'll just clear one on the way in.
Yeah, absolutely. Run up and give me a dice roll, an attack.
Does
16 actually. I think that just hits. That is actually their AC for those metagamers out there.
Ooh. Let's see.
Yeah, let me get ready to reveal everything as well. Hang on. Sorry, how much damage was that?
9.
9. Ooh, unfortunately. I mean, I know Stream can also see that they say they've got 9 hit points, and it's not actually accurate, by the way. Now, as you come in for a strike, you want to run through it, so you're doing like a bit faster than you usually do. You chop through his like side. It doesn't actually go clean through this time, though. You sort of get hooked up on your axe, and he seems to be still standing there, but he's not looking great. However, you know what I will allow with that? Because you've absolutely devastated him, basically, you will not provoke opportunities for attacks from him. So you can basically, you've done this cut and you can keep moving on in if you want.
Okay, good.
Everybody's inner maniac comes out.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm waiting for the rabbit to finally snap. That's what I'm really waiting for.
Yeah, he's trying to...
I'm a model citizen.
Yeah.
All right.
Alice Cooper's got a song about that.
Yeah.
And let me just
Sounds
give some
a rabbit something.
reveals. I don't know why I hit all this. I knew I was going to reveal it immediately anyway.
And I love that accent, by the way. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. All right, so after you move in, do you do anything?
I'm the only one in here, right?
Yeah, you're with Bjorkus, I guess, who's, you know, the giant minotaur with a shield next to you.
She's gonna show a sign of like kind of kindness and look for any women and children and kind of get them out of the situation.
As you look around, there doesn't seem to be any. It looks like they all got evacuated just before, like, as soon as that bell was ringing, they were already out there. What you can, however, pick up on, just quite quickly, this, like, ground here is very well trodden. It seems like a lot of people hustle and bustle. It looks like more like a village, like sort of like what you see around the village, but everyone that is not a combatant seems to have already left.
Okay.
As you guys got caught. Because everyone was being super stealthy.
Yes.
No, it's
Right
I wasn't expecting people. I wasn't expecting people to stealth. I just like to make that an option if you guys did want to do that.
I've never seen raid. We're on a raid. We're on a raid. A raid to pizzicato violin strings. Although, if we'd all played bunny people, that would have been freaking hysterical.
Next time. I mean, there's got to be more crews in the future from future raids. Let's have the...
Viking bunnies. Just a boatload of Viking bunnies.
Don't talk like this.
Oh, absolutely.
Get them! Oh, yeah, pillage!
Alrighty. You guys, you start seeing these ones on the wall. They start taking that. They've taken some shots. But no one actually has to worry about that one because they seem to be shooting at like the group. Of like the shield wall. They seem to be a bit more focused on that than you guys, except for hang on, I'm just seeing where I position. Actually, yeah, no, because you're tiny, aren't you? Yeah, it's not gonna help. You see, Grendel, you will see Bjorkus takes like some shots come flying at him, but he's already got his shields up. They're blocked. You're quite comfortable under this guy's massive shields that just seem to be blocking anything that's coming at you. And that's actually their turn because they suck and those guys aren't relevant yet. Kanina, it's your turn.
Oh. So how many people are there again? There's lots of people, isn't there?
No, yes. I mean, to be fair, you don't actually know at the moment because you're still outside.
Do I just walk in?
Yeah, you can. As with Grendel, you will take an opportunity attack if you walk past these guys. However,
Is it these four hostile here?
Yes, the two up are on the wall, so they weren't opportunity to attack you. But these two guards are actually below the wall. They're like at the gate, like trying to stop you guys going in, and they're doing a terrible job out of it. Let me just say.
Okay. Can I go up to this one here, like in melee with it?
Yep.
And can I just like jump up into the air? But as I do that, I just belt him in the chest with both of my feet.
Sure. Do you have an unarmed attack to do?
No, it's thunderclap.
Oh, that's even better. That's even better. All right, give me a thunderclap.
Shocking grasp, even. You know, I just need to. Yeah, lightning springs from me as I touch them. Yeah. Absolutely. So shocking grasp instead.
Absolutely, give me a roll.
It all triggers the same way with the double rabbit kick to the chest, and you just sort of see what spell happens.
Yeah. So that's gonna be. Can't roll it in roll 20. So 24.
24. Yeah, that will hit.
All right. So yeah, you see electricity just like starting to charge, as it's like I've built up a bunch of static in my feet and just go.
Yeah, it's like this.
Oh, nice. 8 damage.
8 damage. No, as you hop up, you kick him into this wall. This lightning shoots out of you and absolutely just splats him against the wall. Like you can see, like it must have broken some of the bones at the back of his body. Like some brains get on there. As he gets like collapsed down onto the ground, he is definitely dead.
Oh.
I think the rabbit snapped.
And I just at that point I just continue walking in.
Like he's like hop, hop, hop.
So like into here.
At some point tonight, I am fastball specialing that rabbit. Mark my words.
Oh, you guys can also move through Bjorkis if you want to get a bit further in there, of course.
Oh, that's all I had left.
Fair enough. Well, thanks for keeping track. Yeah. And Gunnar, it's time for you to strike. You see this? There's one guard left. He's just seen his other. You've seen this rabbit now jump up and absolutely just splatter this guy against the wall. What do you do?
Yeah, prudent to just take out the guy that's right here.
Go for it. Give me them battle axe swings. Oof. you weren't kidding. You weren't kidding.
Oh, yeah. yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Oh,
there we go.
Perfectly balanced.
It works.
Just double damage with one, yeah.
Yeah. It all bounces out.
Who needs two?
I mean, what you've actually done here is like you go to strike, but you kind of like you just like misjudging. You actually like hit the wall behind him, but then your other axe was already on its way. Roll me that damage. 10 plus 3. Yeah. You like as it like so it clangs bottom. He looks up and then just you chop him in half again. Like you kind of like almost like a butcher table. Like you just like using a cleaver chop into the wall. So it goes through him, slaps on the wall, and then he falls down in 2 crumpled pieces. Dead. You still got some movement, I believe.
Oh, just close up.
Yeah, close up. Fair enough. Alrighty. And now it's going to be a long turn. As you see all these, as you enter the town, you see these people are all kind of like in scattered positions. They seem to be defending certain buildings or whatnot, but like they're all kind of like at the ready, not really knowing what to do. They've just seen something smash through their gates. They're just seeing something smash through the gates. And they don't know how to react, but you see some of them. Some of them like start closing the distance. You'll see them gesture to others like "Daughter, get go," stuff that you don't like understand at all. You see like this one here at the door like stands in front of the door and like sort of like heartily defends it. You see pretty much people from everywhere else. Someone bursts out of this building, sort of just getting closer. They seem to be sticking together, and in the similar sort of fashion to what your friends were doing. They're kind of like making a shield wall a bit. But yeah, they basically all just keep going a bit closer. And yeah, that's actually it, because they didn't have enough movement. Because why did I? Because I made the space too large, apparently. Rutger, it is now your turn.
Okay, how tall are these walls?
I'd say about 8 meters. It's actually quite tall, like 4. I mean, if anyone wants to specifically think about it, this tiny little village seems like these are excessive walls for this tiny little area. I mean, obviously there is more buildings outside in like the farmland sort of area, but this like inner area seems a bit extravagant for these kind of walls.
Well, in that case, I look up at one of the. I'll stay where I am right now, and I'll look up at this one over here, Just reach out and point my finger, and then snap my fingers at the same time. Say, boom, and toll the dead.
Toll the dead. All right. That's a saving.
I say boom, you hear bong.
One of the top ones. All right. What does that save? If you don't mind me asking.
That is a...
I think it's a wisdom, so I'm just gonna
wisdom save.
Hey, I nailed it. Alrighty. Yeah, 4 definitely does not 5 points of damage. Now as you hear this boom, it's like you see his eyes kind of roll back into his head, and it's like a bit of blood comes out of it, and he just seems to collapse.
And then I just casually walk under the wall.
And you through the wall, with Bjorkus nice and blocking the way for everyone. But speaking of which, it is now Bjork's turn. You see he immediately turns to this one over here, and you see him just basically stampede towards him. He's not even hitting them with the shield, but sort of headbutting him, sending him flying basically over there, and just kind of smacking into the wall. And Bjorkus kind of goes off to the side here. You see all your friends behind you start basically they can't get past you guys. You made a nice. I suppose you're small, but you can see basically everyone's kind of heading on in, except for the lizard. You see start climb. Well, I mean, I suppose you're all on the other side, but he starts climbing the wall, straight up, just lizard crawling. The Jarl kind of sits back, but he moves up, but he's just watching over you guys. And then we go straight back to Grendel. It is your turn. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm not even close enough to hit anyone. So I'm just gonna start moving up. I'm just gonna start moving up.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to do a dash action, or are you just gonna move up and kind of prepare yourself?
Just kind of move up and prepare.
Okay, cool. I'll say you prepare an action. If someone reaches you, you get an attack on them. Does that sound good?
Oh, yes.
Sounds fantastic. But you know what else sounds fantastic? Sound of crossbows. As now you have kind of separated yourself. You see these two peering around the corner, and you hear flink, flink. Grendel, what is your AC?
13.
13.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
That's a barbarian with a weakness. You gotta like that.
It's quite interesting, actually. Hang on.
I like
what
that
did I
a
even
lot.
roll? Well, okay. Only one of them hits. How much damage?
Glass barbarian.
You take. That's not. I did 1d1 equals 1. 0 successes. It rolled a 4. You take 5 points of damage. It's a fun little roll there. Now you take 4 points of damage. You also see, on the walls, on the other parts of the walls, you see more of these ones with crossbows sort of lining up. Most of them are taking shots at Bjorkus at the moment because, well, they can't really get a good shot at you. But yeah, you see all these crossbow people. Most of them are on the wall, sort of moving forward and getting closing the distance, as it were. Alrighty. And you do actually, now that you're a bit further in, Grendel, you can see these you haven't seen the rogue figure yet, but there's these people with red cloaks. And they've got they've got these daggers, scimitars. Sorry, they got scimitars, and they're kind of they're dual wielding these things, and they're kind of just standing at the door of this biggest building in there. It's this stone building. It's got some lovely glass work. It's all it's all painted glass. What's it called? Tinted glass, but you know how it's all the colors. You know how
stained glass.
Stained glass, that's the term. Thank you very much. But yeah, but though this whole thing is happening, they seem to be resolutely standing at this door. They're not moving forward. And yeah, so that's their turn. Okay, Kanina, it's your turn.
So I could see a bunch of them up there, can't I?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people in here. And you wouldn't be surprised if there may be more hiding in the sidelines.
Okay, I kind of move up to Grendel area, and then you see me. I wanna spend a sorcery point.
Absolutely.
And cast Mirror Image as a bonus action. So I want to use Quicken spell.
Oh, nice. Yeah, go for it.
And so there's 4 of me just blurring around itself now.
Suddenly 4 rabbits.
Yeah. So I use double team.
Yeah.
And I start just moving around really quickly between myself.
It's bounce.
And then
Nothing reproduces like rabbits.
And then I want to use I got nothing that's ranged. I want to. Actually, no.
It's like I noticed a lot of you guys don't have range stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna make this place huge.
I do actually. I've got a short bow, so I'll take out the short bow, and I'll just shoot it at someone nearby. Let's say the one up top.
You casting a spell. You're wild magic, aren't you?
I sure am.
Give me a roll, please.
You want D100?
Yes. Oh no. It's roll me a D20. We'll see what you get, and then we'll decide from there.
12.
12. Right, it's above 10. Unfortunately, it all works out fine.
Okay. So, yeah, I'll shoot my short bow instead then at this guy at the top. And that'll be...
do you mean this fella?
Yes.
Alright, sure. Give me a roll.
17.
17. That will hit, absolutely. Yeah, give me some damage.
And then that did not do the thing properly. I'll roll the damage here instead. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Love it when the people in the game are buying inspiration for other people in the game.
7 damage.
7 damage. Okay, you take out your bow and you like in this flurry. You can see he doesn't know which one he's like meant to be like getting the spear ready for. But then while he's trying to figure that out, an arrow flies out and hits him right in the gut. You see him like limp a bit, but he still seems to be standing resolutely at this door.
Just act like you're dead, because the people coming in will actually kill you.
Unfortunately for him, he heard
Oh.
Oh, Gunnar.
Worst raid ever. I love it.
Gunnar, you're up.
You're a fun tourist town.
Don't.
Everybody's dying.
Was it? Oh. Got about there. So I can move to about there.
I'll give you the last 5 feet. I'll be nice.
Yeah. Sweet. I will take it. And I will drop the hammer, so to speak.
You get an extra 5 feet by all these other people sort of like pushing you forward as they are clambering through this gate. Alright, give me some... I've already rolled, hang on. Close my...
Nope.
Right, give me some attack rolls. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Roll me some damage. Yeah, as he's taking this arrow, and you hear, Kanina basically like, they're going to actually kill you. You walk up and you give him just that. You actually kill him. As you absolutely come in here and you give him a nice good chop with your right arm into his like neck, and you sort of just like twitches a little bit as he falls down in front of this door that he was zealously guarding. He is dead.
Shit.
Can I just, even though I don't really have weapon throwing, can I just hunk one of these things at that guy in the corner?
I mean, you've got hand axes. You can absolutely do that. What distance is hand axes again? I think they're
30-60, are they? Or are they 20-60?
I think they're 30-60, but he is 35 feet away, so you'll be at disadvantage, I believe.
Let's do it anyway.
He's gonna roll a 10 and a 3 anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh wow, what do you know? That absolutely hits. Roll me some damage.
60.
Yeah, 7 slashing as you basically chop this guy, and then like with your other hand, you've like in a quick, swift motion, you've already put your battle axe away, and you've got this hand axe, and you kind of like launch it underhandedly in absolutely brilliant fashion, and it flies through the air. The guy who was just shooting at your adversary, Grendel, was not looking as this axe basically just hits him into the neck, and he just like clumps down, and he is now dead as well.
Wow.
Excellent double kill. Excellent double kill.
All right.
I believe that's all your stuff, isn't it?
Yep.
Alrighty, it's time for the guards. One of them, oh no, he's dead. What am I talking about? He's gone. Splat. You see, you guys can't reach, but neither can they, so... You see all these people, they're basically forming a... They all kind of move up in these 2 separate groups. And they've got like these interlocked shields, and they basically start slowly moving towards you, which about that speed. They seem to be like, they're like moving forward like in a formation, like shield wall, and they've got their spears like poking out of it. They're actually being a bit smart about this. This one jumps off the wall.
No, they're definitely not.
Well, climbs down the wall, I should say. Well, I mean, not in the world of magic, but they have no idea what they're facing, do they?
No, they do not.
Alrighty. Unfortunately, none of them are actually going to get in range to attack at the moment. So, guess what? Rutger, it's your turn.
Locked up to just beside my new little lupine friend. It took me a long time to remember lupine. I get to there.
These those three? I'm gonna jump on them. Just leave them if you want.
The three? Okay, I hear
It's
that.
a 4 down there, as long as they stay together.
These poor people.
So with that, I take 2 more steps forward, because I still have that movement, yeah. And right there,
Yep.
I will cast
Oh, boy.
Shatter.
Shadow.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
So they need to make con saves.
Con saving throws. Absolutely.
And
Whoa!
that's a pretty good roll.
Well, hang on, I haven't got the roll up.
So 17 points damage, 9 if they make the save.
15 foot. Yeah, that's going to hit all of them, isn't it? Well, 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh wow!
I think only
one save.
1
The
success.
third one. Yeah.
1 success. And it's half damage if they succeed, right?
Yeah. So
Yes.
3 17s and a 9.
All right, so you see, like, this group, they're kind of like, they're still getting into the formation that, like, these 3 are in. They seem to be getting into position before
8.
just this crunch. Like, how does Shadow work? Give me a bit of a description.
In this case, he walks in, looks over his little friend tells him leave the 3, so he looks over the other ones, and you hear like the first 3 chords of a national anthem. Just dun dun dun, the most martial national anthem you've ever heard in your life, and it's
Yeah, you see them sort of like freezing up for a bit, like their head kind of like starts shaking. You see some blood come out of their ears, and 3 of them, actually, they all fall down to the ground. However, one of them only takes a knee and manages to stand back up. But he doesn't seem to have realized all his friends just died. He seems to be like getting back into that positioning.
yeah, he's got a certain ringing in his ears.
Yes.
And that is it for me.
Alrighty. All right, now it's your friends. You see, also shout out to these very calm horses, by the way. You see Bjorkus in this like little blacksmithing area. You see him grab one of these. It was a hot piece of iron. You see him just throw it into onto the stable roof before basically charging back down south. And you hear a large crash. I don't think any of you can specifically see it, but it sounds like he hit the wall basically.
What is with this guy? It's just. Oh my god.
Meanwhile, all your friends, almost late to the party, they've formed a nice shield wall as they're basically doing what the other ones are doing. But every now and then you'll see one of them jump up and take like an arrow shot. But yeah, they're basically like moving with this enclosed line. You guys, I don't know if anyone's looking back at that, but you see the lizardmen sort of like jump up to the guy there, and you see him like slice the neck with a quick dagger and throw him off the front side of.
Oh, it's so messy.
The front side of the
right
gate.
back.
As the Jarl sort of just like walks in, and he doesn't even have his weapons out. He's just like walking in, and he's just kind of like observing everything going on. Grendel, it's back to you.
Is that the boss man?
He is the boss.
Yeah, all I can do is just move up 6 more. And so just kind of have her great axe ready and waiting.
Absolutely. Sorry, you're just out of range. I know it can be frustrating playing like that. Alrighty.
You could dash or something if you want.
You could dash and get right next to him if you want, but then you wouldn't be able. It's probably better. Like, it is a good idea to like sit there and wait, and so as soon as he enters range, you can give a nice good strike. But on that note, you hear the sounds of crossbows firing in. Fling, 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 fling. All right, now that everyone's in here, you see a couple shots go like from the side of the wall over the stables, and they seem to be hitting around the shield wall area. One of them ends up flying directly near you, Kanana. I'm going to need your AC as I roll.
16.
16. A 21 will hit, unfortunately, for you.
Will it though? Because I have mirror image.
Oh,
up. Can you
do.
roll another d20 for me?
That is absolutely the case. I can roll one. Another d20. 9.
All right, you hit a duplicate.
Alrighty.
So I have 3 left. 2, well, 2 including me.
Absolutely. So he's like seeing this, like there's a bunch of arrows going to things. One of them seems to have targeted you in your mirror images, but you see an arrow go through one of them as it fades away.
Oh!
Where is this guy? He's over there. He can't really... Actually, no, he's going to move up this way. And Gunnar, you are going to be attacked by a crossbow behind you. If that hits. With a 10, it absolutely does not. You see an arrow basically like fly past and like hit the ground near you. You are now aware someone's shooting you back. Other than that, oh, hang on. Actually, no, just because he got back right then. Rutger, what's your AC? You were about to take a crossbow bolt.
Oh, 14. It's awful.
Ooh, lovely. I like to see that. Maybe I'll actually hit something.
Make me wait. Nope.
Or perhaps not. That was the wrong thing, but it's still rolled turbo. Even if I hit the right thing, it wouldn't work. He says, throws a scimitar. Now you see this crossbow bolt basically fly over to you. It's completely off. It just like flies off and like it's the wall behind you. Alrighty. You see these two standing near the door. They seem a bit, after seeing these ones absolutely collapse in, but that's when they lose their composure. But you see them sort of just like they look at each other. They take one step and then they move into this building, closing the doors behind them. Kaninda, it is your turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I walk up here into the middle of them, and this time I just kind of like hop up slightly, and then I slam into the ground, and then cast Thunder. Was it Thunderclap?
Thunderclap.
Yeah, Thunderclap. So I need a Constitution save as lightning erupts out from my feet again.
Constitution saving throw will
for
do.
all 3. This is a 5-foot burst.
All these nice range of saves. It's not all just wisdom saves. I love it.
Yeah. It's nice to see.
Okay,
Alrighty.
DC 15, so 2 fail.
2 fail, and what happens on a success? Just no damage.
Oh, hold on, actually. It is a 1d6 of damage. That's kind of it.
Okay,
but
so yeah,
it's just a cantrip. But
yep. Oh, it's just a cantrip. Yeah, just roll me the damage.
Thunderclap always sounds like a venereal disease to me.
5 thunder damage.
5 thunder damage. As you do this thing, boom! You see them all kind of like shake back a bit. 2 of them seem to be a bit more distraught about it. They like let up their formation a little bit. One of them was holding resolute. He somehow was not affected. Do you have anything? They are all still standing, but they have sort of like lost their composure a bit in their formation.
Yeah, I look at them and I'm like, no. And I and I quicken spell and I do it again.
All right, roll me the damage. I'll roll some Constitution saving throws, and guess what? Roll me 2 d10s, 2 d20s after that.
Oh. 2 d20s.
Yes.
That's exactly what this needs, is a nice wild magic surge. We could really
I got a 12 and a 13.
Still both over 10. You are... Actually, these are going exactly how you plan, unfortunately. Nice and boring.
Over 10.
How much damage was on that second one?
Another 5.
Another 5. Okay, well, the one in the middle, like, as, like, he sort of, like, stumbles in, lost his thing, he's about to get it back, and then he's, like, boom, and you see his, like, legs kind of, like, break as he falls over, and he is a dunzo. The other 2, however, seem to be still standing.
Okay. I think that's all I can do, because I've moved, I've done 2. Yeah.
Alrighty. That leaves us to Gunnar.
Right, I'm gonna close in next to my furry little buddy here. And
we'll call him anything but attempt to pronounce that name.
No, you just see me doing the Donkey Kong in Smash Bros. Equivalent of just like on the ground.
the thumper.
Yeah, exactly. I just realized that we got the kick-ass thumper here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
hang on,
This is going to be rolling nothing but
yes.
3s on Wednesday to make
10.
up for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, as this one's like he's trying to get up, he seemed to have resisted this last like thunderous strike that this rabbit is doing. But as he goes up, he looks up only to see an axe clamp down onto the middle of his face, and arms goes limp and he falls down dead. You still have your bonus action.
I just let go of the axe that I sunk into him and toss another hand axe at the other guy in the line.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, roll me another attack to hit. This time not with disadvantage.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
That's
And that
Whiff.
in that direction, there is 2 of your allies as well. Isn't that interesting?
You rolled amputate. Interesting. It's a one shot. What the hell?
Roll me a 1d2, would you?
Is that who it hits out of us?
No, I'll do a D4 because that's easier.
A 1, alright. Now, roll me another hand axe attack. Another d20.
Oh, there it is.
As you're doing this Thunder Strike, you see him, you try to do that smooth move that you did with the one before, but you kind of like underhandedly, you just go straight into him. I'm not going to make you do full damage, but you, Kanina, you will take about 3 damage from that.
And you roll a d20 for an illusion check?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Which one did he hit?
Roll a d20.
Aye! What's that one?
That's a 3.
A 3. I think you actually hit
I think
me on
that's
that one.
you. Yeah, 1 to 7 is you when there's
I think
4.
it's
right?
1. Yeah. Go on, just check it.
1 to 6.
Actually, roll me. Just roll me
You
the hand
needed
axe
an you needed an 8 or lower.
Yeah,
No, a 7 or lower. Yeah. Oh.
damage. 6 slashing damage. That will be hard.
The first time I've been hit, it's my own person.
So, see, you see him stab. He does this very clean move from this guy, and then you see him like, but it goes straight into you, like, ow.
Ow.
I just didn't see him there. He's so small.
I turn back around, and you see like just
You are about to get bunny nuked.
Alrighty,
I
speaking
just
of,
kind of shrugged like.
You actually,
Like, "Ooh,
technically,
sorry,
you
little
currently have, and you have no weapons in your hand either, right? Because you just dropped the. They come back, but I know, but you dropped the one and the
Yeah.
other one you threw, right?
oh no, because the first one was a hand axe. It was a hand axe, not his other battle axe.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes.
Alrighty.
Got like a bandolier of the things.
Grendel, you see this one, like, he now looks down and sees that all his friends are gone. He's like, gets a bit of like rage in him as he charges towards you. But you have a prepared action. Roll me an attack against him as he enters your range. That will absolutely hit. Roll me some damage. 15. Jesus. All right. This
Grendel
guy's
is
running at
apparently
you.
Norse for never misses.
You know what's going to happen. You can explain this one.
Yeah, she's just again, she's gonna go with the baseball.
A baseball, absolutely. This time he's like takes a bit of a step over, you cut like up through the thigh, like the leg starts flying off before it goes back into him, goes clean through. You've basically chopped this guy vertically in half. That was absolutely brutal. Devastating. This other one on the other side, who was just being thunderclapped and actually managed to resist both times. Seeing you jump, he's like, he doesn't know what you're doing, but he's going to take a nice stab at this rabbit that's just jumping in front of him. If I can select the right person. Alrighty. What is your AC? I know I keep asking, but it's 'cause I got
16.
terrible memory. Oof. Ooh, that 22 will definitely hit. Alrighty.
All right.
Do I have to roll a d20?
Yes, you do. Spell still. It says a spell will keep going until
they're all gone. 2.
Oh, it hits me again. Damn. All right.
You will
how much
take,
damage?
as this thing, he seems to have gotten past your illusion. You're a bit overconfident. You're a bit distracted because you just got an axe into the side, and then the spear comes back onto the other side and stabbing you in like basically like the thigh area of your other leg. Like this axe is coming to one side, the spear has now hit the other one.
5 damage?
That is 5 damage. Yes.
I'm bloodied. I look at him and you see me go like again, and you see me just like hold out my hand to them, and I want to use my reaction to use my gift of the gem dragon.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And I need them to make a strength save, as I basically just think like Star Wars Force Push, except it erupts with electricity instead.
Ooh, nice.
And it just like
That's a big fail. Then
a big fail. All right, so they get pushed 10 feet, and they take 2 of those.
So you're doing this against Gunnar, right?
No, but I do not. So it's like I look
Twin spell.
I look at them, and then this guy hits me, and then I channel that rage into them instead.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's 14 force damage.
14 force damage. You just
Yeah.
as you do it, because you're so close to him, like this force that comes out is meant to travel for a bit, but you're just right next to him. All that force goes, and you can see his chest sort of like press in. As he gets launched, he lands on the ground a fair distance away, and doesn't get up. He is just laying there.
I look at Gunnar again. I'm like, don't hit me again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Gunnar is getting his ass kicked by PCs all over the place. Losing arm wrestles.
Gunnar's having an interesting time. I mean, I think he's got a pretty good kill count going on, though. Not gonna lie.
Yep.
All right, Rutger, it is your turn.
Casually walk up to here, walk past the two of them, and look through that cart down at the end, and finally let loose with an Eldritch Blast. I'm going to try and do the white force that I tried before that we saw on the way here.
Ooh, 20, yeah, that'll absolutely hit. 5 points of force damage. Now, you try and do this. You kind of like almost calm yourself as you do it. You push forward, and you see the figure, like, you see the bolt go normally as it does, but just before it hits it, you see that exact figure form again. This pale lady that's got like this blue tinge and pale hair just come out and just like and just completely crushes him into the ground. He's basically just a pile of just gore after that. It was surprisingly devastating, but yeah, this fist comes out and just
and the two of you that are close to me at least would hear, "What is your name?"
It fades away before you get an answer.
That's it.
Alrighty. Oh, and now we get your friends.
What a change of pace from Guy. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tone shift, isn't it? All right. You guys have moved up a bit now. You see Bjorkus basically. There's a big dent in this wall now, and now you can see him because he's so damn tall. You see him like grab up, and he jumps, manages to grab himself, and he's pulling himself up onto the wall, much to the terrifying of all these people here. You see them sort of like putting their crossbows that way instead of towards you guys. That was his whole turn though. But you hear Bjorkus let out another scream as this goes on.
Looks like he's about to go bowling.
You hear the Jarl go, "Split up, no formation needed," and you see like all these ones sort of like basically split, kind of heading all different directions, basically to like different buildings almost. But you see them sort of like split up. They're now kind of like actually like charging in, like not in like this calculated formation before. The Jarl himself will take a couple steps forward, just kind of like watching you guys do that. The Lizard Man appears to disappear.
Oh.
I would delete his token, but I can't be bothered going through that effort. But yeah, no one can see the Lizardman anymore. Alrighty, Grendel, it's back to you. This pile of gore. Yeah, these bodies in front of you. Just
keep moving up?
Keep moving up. Fair enough, fair enough.
Could use your action too. If there's nothing to attack, you could cover 60 feet.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, you can use action to dash so you can get even further if you want.
Ooh, yes, please.
Head for the big building.
It's like hint,
That's where
hint.
they keep the good stuff. Well, that's where they keep the good stuff, right?
Hang on, just give me a second. Yeah, do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
I'm just gonna ready in another attack in case someone comes out.
Fair enough, fair enough. Alrighty. This crossbow fellas. Anyone? Ooh, would you look at that? Rutgar is nice in the way of one of these.
Yep.
Alrighty. What is your AC?
14.
7 does not hit. You see an
That's
arrow
the third
fly
7 they fired at me tonight.
Yeah, as you kind of just like, it was like, what is your name? You're kind of pondering. You see an arrow fly past. It misses you by way too much. This one at the back is now worried about the one that's approaching him, and this one isn't even in range of anybody because there's a building in the way. Actually, then again, no, you can hit Grendel. Hey, Grendel.
Yep, 13.
Thank you very much. Does a 8 hit? No, it doesn't.
Nope.
Thanks, guys. As you are walking forward, you like running up. You're like, oh, this building's important. You see another arrow just kind of like whistle by, but it sounds like it flew a bit behind you or above you because you're tiny. You're not easy to hit target.
I so feel your GM pain. You can't hit a damn thing tonight.
Oh well, it happens. Alrighty, and now, Kanina, it's your turn.
So, and out of range for everything else. I'm just gonna go up 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about there. And then I'm going to. Grendel, were you heading for the big building? Is that what you were currently doing? All right, I'll do that as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I will. Can I do that as well? How limited is that? I might use my bonus action to also hop another 10 feet.
Oh, nice.
No, I won't. Oh, bugger it. Yes, I will. So
you said
Ba-choing.
you can't give away a secret like that and then not use it. That's weird.
Yeah. So I'm going to just use my rabbit hop to get another 10 feet. Normally, it's like without provoking opportunity attacks, but I just want extra movement.
Fair enough. I mean, you can do it at your leisure. That's great. All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
You're not. You see your party members rushing straight to the biggest building here. What do you do?
Ooh, and chase after them.
Full dash. Full dash. Love it.
He's using his big words, ooh and ooh.
You get a nice. It's also a nice quick round, this one. Alrighty. One of these fellas in the back. You can start hearing some sword clashes going on behind you as some of your party members enter the fray with these guards behind you. Basically, the ones you didn't clean up are now fighting others. But there is no one actually available to attack you guys right there. So next turn, it's Rutger. What do you do?
I run to there. That's
Run
my
to there,
movement
fair
and my
enough.
Action, so yeah.
And straight back. Oh, I know all your friends. All right, so
yeah, we'll hold it for
these ones are going to continue. You hear one of them enter a building, followed by sword fighting immediately ensuing, because you've got great ears apparently. This one is like kind of running down this path. He's clearly heading towards that building. One of them is following you in the same vein that you guys are all dashing towards it. He's also dashing. This one has been intercepted from his crossbow target, but he takes a swing. I mean, you guys can't see this unless someone is looking back. But you basically just hear some fighting going on. Anyway, next turn. Oh, it's the crossbows. Is anyone even getting shot by these guys anymore? Yes. Yes, there is. This one's going to climb off the wall.
One-ish.
And... What, sir? Yeah, by one. Yeah. And you are at the front of the line, so guess who's getting shot?
Me.
Okay, they're not on our side. They'll never hit you.
15. No, sorry, 16.
15 and 11 misses. All right, you're good. You see another arrow fly by, but that's about it. Alrighty. Bing bong. Kaneda, it is now your turn.
Already? Okay, well, I guess I'll saunter in. I'll saunter
Sauntering
in.
rabbit.
Yeah. What do I see inside the building?
Well, what you see is...
Was it locked?
No, it wasn't actually locked. You open it up and you immediately see a scimitar come down at your face.
Ah! Hello? Oh!
Yes, hang on. Let me do some revealing now first. Sorry, I've got to do a couple things. Probably should have had this ready to go. I had all this time to prepare.
Oh. That only hurt a little bit. The wound is still fresh.
All right, we'll just reveal the entire church. Now everyone can see him. It's got more of these people with red cloaks, and they do seem to be brandishing 2 scimitars each. You can't see fully into the back room yet, but I'll describe that when we get to it. Alrighty, where is this here? This one. Scimitar. Ka-chow. Does a 17 hit?
It does, but I've still got 2 illusions up.
Oh yeah, so roll a d20.
D20.
Alright, that is a 14.
14. I think you hit an illusion.
Nice. All right. So you see this? They were clearly preparing for you guys to enter. As you enter in, he goes for a swipe, completely misses, hit one of the illusionary targets. You are fine. The other one is on the other side of the door, like because it's a big 2-door kind of thing. As you swung open, and he's just out of reach, so he cannot attack you. But you still have the rest of your turn.
I look at this one. I'm like, you made a big mistake. And I want to cast Shocking Grasp on him.
Shocking Grasp, give me...
I jump up and kick him right in the head.
Is that an attack, or do I have to...
That's an attack roll for me.
Nice.
14?
14. Hang on, I actually don't know what these guys' AC is. I believe that indeed hits. Yes, that does hit.
Alright, it's going to be 7 lightning damage.
7 lightning damage. As you kick him with your feet, send the shockwave, you kind of like kick his scimitar back into him, and the lightning travels through that as well. And you see it like burns his hand as well as his chest as he kind of slams into the back of the wall. He like steps forward and like brandishes both up. He still seems to be alive, but he is on the edge. But he seems a bit more resolute than these other like random guards you've been fighting.
Yeah. I want to use my bonus action and hop past him without provoking opportunity.
Jordan, how many do you get of those, if you don't mind me asking?
That's all of them.
All of them, okay, fair enough. All right, fantastic. And also, roll me a d20.
Oh, yep. 13.
13. Why are you not rolling below 10? I want to give you my...
I don't know, my dice roll too well.
It's such a problem.
You can just do it anyway. Just do it anyway.
Yeah, you know what? Screw it. You know,
it's
cast
almost
way
like
too much.
Make me cast Fireball on myself. That's fun.
Roll me the D100. Get the medic.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. You can't have a charity stream and not Magic Surge when there's an option to.
We got time issues. We can all die. It's all good.
82.
82. Do you have the list with you? Because I actually don't.
Oh boy. Give me a sec. Magic table.
82. Oh, that's not good.
That's a big one.
It's
a large number.
I love that the rabbit goes in. You see her.
Yeah, you send in a nuke.
Yeah.
Tactical rabbit nuke.
I may take an additional action immediately.
Oh wow, that's lovely. Well, get on it.
Well, with that, I guess I'll cast another spell.
Action surge.
And this time, this
Tactical
time,
rabbit.
I kind of, fuck it. I'll cast Chromatic Orb at 2nd level.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And you'll see me just like almost, I'll charge up with the body, another big bolt of lightning, and I'll try and shoot. Is there someone sitting on that throne up there? No.
No, that's it's an altar. Actually, now that you're a bit further in here, it's like this. Guess what? It's a church. Who would have thought that one? Now it looks very religious. At the back though, you see like an actual big pile of like burnt wood and ashes. There's a giant stone altar with a huge skull on the front of it, and the skull seems to be on fire. There's a huge like banner behind it, which has it's basically just a skeleton, and the whole skeleton is burning, and it's it goes from the top of the roof, which is actually quite damn tall, all the way down to the ground, and it's just this huge tapestry of this burning skeleton. Sort of like almost, it's like sort of standing like this. It looks very religious.
Don't like that, and I just the nearest person near it.
Person near it, so one of these two.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Now roll me some in dice.
It's gonna be +7.
Do I have to roll dice?
No, it's +7 for me. So, 22.
22 will absolutely hit. Well, roll me some damage.
That's a lot of dice. Hold on, I'll do it in roll 20 this time. 4d8 lightning, 20 lightning damage.
As you throw this orb, you see it like it just absolutely pinpoints. You see this guy. He's got these 2 scimitars, and he's sort of like waiting there, like sort of prepared. Not quite this pose that the tapestry is doing, but he's standing like that, and it just like hits him, and he just kind of like dissolves and like burns into flames as he dies. Which I'm just going to believe because he dissolved.
Okay, so please give up, because it's not just me here.
You actually
put
hear a
out your
response to this one.
skeleton.
You see it.
I still don't understand what you're saying, but please put your skeleton out.
Put your skeleton out.
Yes.
All right.
That's my turn.
It is you. The door is like peered open. This rabbit has gone in. You heard a bit of a swipe as he went in. What do you do?
Are these both still standing? These two guys at the door?
Yes, they are both still standing. One of them is injured.
Yeah. The one to the north is injured, I think.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to yeah. I'm gonna clap. I'm gonna clap the axes together to activate both of them.
Nice.
And one's gonna start. The one starts vibrating, and the other one starts crackling with electricity.
Absolutely.
And just pop right in here.
As you actually approach this one, as you're going to strike, he does like quickly do a swipe at you. He had a ready action to attack someone that entered his range. So you were going to take a scimitar attack before you managed to get your attacks off, which 20, I'm assuming it does hit. Which will be... You take
a church.
Massive 4 points of damage.
Ow.
Ow.
And I will turn favor. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna do her. Second. What is this?
So many
What is
pens.
this?
Roll another 9, you got a full house. It's got to be good for something.
Yeah, it's a real shame, but no, unfortunately they both just miss. You see, you're ready to, like, you've been cleaning up these people as you go in. As he bursts through the tower, he takes a swipe at you. You weren't quite ready for that, but you go to attack him, and he seems to already have both his scimitars ready to deflect it. As they come in there, he seems actually a bit more agile than these other ones you've been fighting, unfortunately.
It's time to post up. It's no more lazy man. Let's get the fight serious time now.
Alrighty. You see all these people inside the building that aren't actually wearing this fancy red garb start pushing forward like they're getting this. Like, these chairs are quite long and they're like in small corridors, and they're kind of like struggling. Like, they're trying to like run in there, but they like banging their shields on it as they get through. But they basically move up to it, and these two will actually get into range and give a bit of a stabby stab at the rabbit. At the
not again.
At the lightning rabbit. Alrighty. And here's the question: what
Kill
is your
the
AC?
only likable character in the party.
16. I mean, that makes it hurt when I die. Then I guess
one of them will hit you. Do you still have any illusion?
I've got one left.
All right, let's roll a d20.
I already had
50% chance.
I
I had
believe.
a character twin death earlier tonight. I don't need a
10.
character death on top of that.
Oh, hold on.
Ooh, I think that's you.
Oh, you just
go.
got it. Ow!
Oh, and you
Ow.
take. I'm actually surprised. Every time I fight people that use double team, I never land the hit on them. This is amazing. For me, that's 8 points of damage. That is a big roll.
I am nearly down. I look over and you just feel like gravity in the area just go again, and I completely gifted the gem dragon my last use of that.
Absolutely.
To just completely throw them. So that's a strength save.
Strength saving throw, absolutely. Boom. 3 will not pass.
All right, so they get pushed 10 feet. I want to push them. Which one was the attack? Was the top or bottom one?
I'll say the top one attack.
Actually, it doesn't really matter because it pushes 10 feet. I want to shove him right into the wall.
Yeah, you just gonna. You got damage with this as well, so roll me that.
Yeah, I know. It's only 5 damage, but I want to pancake him on the wall if possible.
Yeah. So if you're pushing him like essentially 5 feet, like 10 feet further than he can go, I'm gonna give you an extra damage. Roll me 2d6 extra.
Oh, 2d6 fire out. So it's 5 plus 9, 14.
9. Oh. Yeah, he's like this rage hits you. He's like as the spear goes into it, you see this force goes back up through the spear into his hands and shoves him into the wall. Much like the guy at the gate, he just kind of like splatters up against the wall. His spear is like the back of his spear has been launched back into him, and he's basically like impaled on the wall.
I just look over at the other guy that's literally next to me. I'm like, are you serious? You can't understand me? Stop it!
You see, that guy's like, you see he's almost like about to drop. He's like, hey, you see, he just seems completely packaged. Alrighty. More guards around town.
You shushed by the killer rabbit.
You hear clanking and clanking of fights going on with the other people in town. But yeah, it's straight to you, Rutger.
I go to here, and I look up here. This guy here is wounded, right?
Yes.
Bong. Which is what I meant to say last time. Boom made no sense, but bong does. So
Bong. Toll the dead.
It comes out massively louder. Yep.
And that was a wisdom saving throw, was it not?
Yep.
These guys do not have a lot of wisdom.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
14.
No, missed by one again.
By that much. Roll me a d12 of damage.
I rolled a 12.
You already did, yes. 12 points
maxed out, so yeah.
Boom. And it's like this ring, like, does that, everyone else doesn't really hear this, so it's just to him, isn't it? I don't really know how Toll the Dead works, but
the sound of a dolorous bell fills the air around it for a moment. But around it says, so.
You guys all hear like a kind of like bong, almost like the bell that went when you first like arrived, the alarm bell. You hear bong, and you see this guy like.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, with his two like scimitars, kind of just drop them, and then like he just falls over like face first and splats on the ground.
And then, knowing I might take an attack of opportunity, I continue through here, looking down at the corpse and say, "And that is how you ring a bell."
And that is how you take an opportunity attack.
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm willing to take it at this point.
Never mind. This one's under 2 good blocks against Gunnar, and he's like sees you and he's trying to go for a swipe against that but he doesn't. You're already too far away. He's
6s and 7s all night.
All right, Grendel. Hang away, no friends move. This guy bursts into the room as well. Pacha. He doesn't have enough movement speed because
nobody left.
Yes, and you can hear like thunderous hooves basically going on like around the wall, like where you'd assume Bjorkus would be. Anyway, Grendel, is your turn.
I'm just gonna finally head into the church.
Yes, despite the way being clogged up, of course you can move forward because you're tiny, way small.
Yeah. Kind of just ducking under Gunnar and look over at him and just say, "And this is how you do it."
Oh, the sass. Roll me an attack. 17 will hit. Give me some damage. 15 again. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Are you doing baseball again?
This time I'm gonna go straight down.
Yeah, straight up. So, this thing is like you lift up your head and almost like in a pendulum fashion, like reaches the top and you just kind of like bring it down, and it goes straight up. Like you see him like blocks it with the scimitars, but they just kind of like pushes through it, and they like also enter his like shoulder, so he's like stabbed himself as your axe goes through it, and he collapses dead.
Oh, with the family sword stuck in your own body, that has got to be a humiliating way to go to Valhalla.
Alrighty. Outside you can hear a bunch of crossbows being shot, but they can't hit you, so it doesn't matter. Oh, I was gonna say, it's finally their turn. They're all goddamn dead already.
They're all dead?
You see this one that was saw his other friend get dissolved. Sort of runs up and he like jumps on top of like on one of the pews, and you can see he's like starting to run across it. But he's gonna be like, he's jumping up and you can see he's like gonna keep moving. That's as far as he's actually going to go. Kanina, it is your turn.
I look at these guys. I'm pretty annoyed about all of these continual people who won't listen and won't even try to like reason. You know, I know they can't understand me and I can't understand them. That's not an excuse for being rude. So I want to go up to. Oh, I'm going to provoke opportunity from that. Bugger it. Gonna do it. I'm gonna go here.
The risk. All right, let me. Yeah, it's gonna be one opportunity attack, just the one.
All
Let's see how he goes. Come on, come on, spear. Kill the rabbit. Kill the likable character.
Oh, that hits. Shit, that hits. I got one duplicate left.
Yeah. Let's see.
This is it.
7.
Oh, it hits the duplicate.
Oh, it hits
No,
the
hold on.
duplicate.
No,
that's 'cause
No,
that's
shit, that hits me.
That's you.
Oh. All right.
Oh, as
All
you
right.
drive.
Moment of joy.
Moment of joy.
Wrong.
As this lightning is crackled, you launch this guy into a wall. You're gonna move forward to this other dude, but the
Yep.
other one, seeing his friend get splattered, and you try to warn. You take 7 points of damage as
I go
you're
down.
running past.
I'm down.
Whoa. As you
I
go
had
past,
I had 3 health.
stabs you in the back and sort of like goes into like you can like you look down, you see it go through it like the spear poking out. As he pulls it back and you get thrown onto the ground, you are now unconscious.
Oh, it's so rude. I'm down. That's my turn.
And there's not a cleric in the group.
Oof. Now let's give you.
I did not look at my health before I decided on that action.
This is what one-shots are for.
Oh, if only you
Yeah.
had your bonus action move as well to get away from.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, and then oh well.
Oh, the dice. Alrighty, unfortunately.
Reason for death failed to hop.
Gunnar.
You hopped his last hop.
He hopped his last hop. Gunnar, you've just seen
No, it's hopless.
this humiliation in front of you done by Grendel, absolutely devastating this person in front of you. You turn around to the next target and you see your rabbit friend getting pulled back by the spear and falling down the ground. He does not seem to be moving. What do you do?
Little buddy man, no! And then
Finally, we found something he cares about.
hop over Grendel and just drive both axes down.
Boom! Bam!
Thunder.
Roll me some dice. Oh, 17 will absolutely hit. Roll me 9
And
slashing damage.
and then there's that, and then there's a D6 thunderclap.
Oh, yes. Okay, that first strike, you go there. I'm going to make you use both axes with this, but you go, he's turned the other way. You do one chop with the right axe. It launches his legs off. You come in with your other axe, bam, into the neck. You chop his head off. He basically falls down, then heads off and collapses into a pile. As you guys all hear a loud cracking of thunder as this happens. You still have a bonus action attack and some more movement.
I'm going to
Oh, the grass.
see. I'm going to jump up onto the pew, and I've got that extra attack.
Yes, you got one more extra attack for the bonus action.
That'll be the lightning.
18 will absolutely hit.
And 6. Okay, well,
Is it just 6 or is it more to it?
no, it's just 6.
Just 6. Now, as you jump in there, you go. What does
Oh,
the
that's
lightning do?
7.
If you don't mind me asking.
Just extra damage. It's arc lightning.
No. As you
Just cooking them.
As you you jump up onto this pew and you go to slam this axe down on this guy. You see him put his shield up and he crashes into it. You see like a big cut in his head where his shield hit, starts bleeding, but he still seems like he sort of like sits back up and he still seems to be alive. And I'm guessing that is your turn.
That is it.
And it's time for his counterattack. He immediately attacks back at you.
Oh no.
He falls back and a spear. Does a whatever I rolled. 18 hit.
Yeah.
Well, the guards are picking it up all of a sudden, let me tell you. Aren't you guys happy?
That's just more loot for me.
Yes.
You take
More loot
6
for me and
points of
Grendel.
damage as this one is like he crunches, but like he like stabs upwards and manages to like nick your arm as you've like overextended a little bit. This
Yeah, I'm looking.
Now,
Starting to look rough.
how cruel of a DM do I want to be?
Do it.
All
Just
the
do
way.
it. I can
It's a
take it.
one-shot. No, pull no.
Just
It's a one
go.
shot.
The one shot. I might. I also,
mean-
I don't permadeath my characters. I'll just put them somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, you are behind the pew, though. This one is seeing this new dude jump up on Cry. He's actually going to attack. Just because you're a tiny little rabbit on the other side of the bench, he's going to actually take another strike at Gunnar. If I can remember what I'm doing. Hang on. No, I don't think that hit, did it?
That did.
It did. Oh, I was looking at the wrong number, because I'm smart like that. Oh, another 1d8 damage. You take... did I do 1d8 equals 1 again? I did. 0 successes. You take 6 points of damage because it rolled a 5. As this other one, like, as you... This other one stabs you. You seem a bit distracted as this other guard comes and stabs you from the other side. On the other hand, this one starts running up towards past, and seeing these ones here, you seem to like sort of take a defensive stance. He doesn't even seem to notice the rabbit. Rutgard, it's your turn.
Yeah, lightning lure on this one that's just in front of me.
Oh, so that's the one where you like.
Yeah,
What do I need to roll?
strength save
Strength saving throw.
for this one here.
That's an 18,
made
which
it.
I believe
So
succeeds.
absolutely nothing happens.
Oh, nice, cool. You do this boom, but you seem to be a bit more overconfident, and you don't seem to be getting the blessing as you cast it. And he seems to just be sitting there, ready for you. Grendel, it is now your turn. Unless you're doing.
I turn to the Viking behind me and say, "Okay, you get him."
I'm gonna rage again.
Yep.
Run
gonna
up
rage.
to this guy. And let's
Careful, we're killing all the cute characters tonight.
Hang on, so sorry. Yeah, 20. Roll me some damage.
Jesus.
11 points of damage, coming to finish the job of Gunnar. He's already hit it. This guy's bleeding. He's managed to get a strike in, but you come out and sideways, you basically chop him into the pew. You start damaging the chair a little bit as your axe hits that, and he fall. You don't actually cut him in half, but he's got like a big gap in the side as he kind of just collapses. He is dead. You say anything witty to Gunnar?
Yes, she is. She's gonna look and go, "Why don't you just sit down?"
Alrighty, they're all outside, so don't worry about them. You see this one on the other end of the table. He's got his position on there, and you see like this event in front of him. But then you see him jump over the table, and then with both scimitars, comes clashing down to where he saw the rabbit fell. I'm doing it.
Yep.
This guy, as he's doing this, you hear
Oh.
and he jumps past and like ching ching, which is I better actually roll these two attacks.
There's advantage
They're
as well.
both
And
criticals,
advantage,
yeah. Because you're prone, yeah.
I'm
you're
guessing
dead.
One hits?
Actually only one hits.
Oh,
What do you
the
know?
14 doesn't hit.
Okay, 1 hits.
One hits. Okay, well that's unfortunately for you 2 death saving throws gone.
Yeah.
You have 1 chance to survive. It is your turn next.
Oh no.
Oh, here
Alright.
it comes.
All right, here we go.
Alright, roll me a d20.
So not only did I fail,
No
got a
way.
natural 1.
Natural 1? Oh no!
Oh, please tell me that means that you die in a
I'm mega
burst
dead.
of- well, not just mega dead, but please tell me there's a wild magic burst.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so you know what
I would
makes
like
sense,
to.
right?
I would like to request a wild magic just build up in my body, and I
Agree.
want to explode violently.
Yep.
Alrighty. Oh, what should we make that?
Well, I'll roll. Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, roll me and we'll do it via saving throws. You roll me 3d8. Everyone
Oh my
else
God.
give me dexterity saving throws, because you are all going to be within range of this. I need to roll for them as well. What am I doing? But yeah, what's actually happened here is like as this guy jumps down, and starts stabbing, like stabs these 2 things into you. He starts cutting you open, and you see like fire.
A whale
starting to-
carcass.
You start seeing fire come out of it, but the fire goes out as this electricity builds up and.
So that is 17 on a fail, lightning, or 8 on a success.
Yeah, how many people are in range of this thing?
That's your choice.
Yeah, I do know the answer. I'm just looking at different things. Yeah, everybody. So I need to roll 2 of those. Did all of you roll? Sorry, I'm looking at other things at the moment.
Oh yeah. I think we all failed.
I'm down.
Oh no.
How much is damage?
Hold on. 17 on a fail, 8 on a success.
Oh,
Lightning.
that's a lot of damage.
Team.
I
This
fail.
build up. Maybe 3D was a bit too much. I'll say for you. I feel like maybe we should halve that.
No, it's perfect.
You're not perfect. All right.
Up to you.
not every game has to end in a success.
It's true. It's
totally okay. I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah, no.
And
As
in the annals of the histories, it says, "And the first raid was a failure."
No, as this happens, everyone, all these other enemies around you, just get fucking launched back, as well as just they're clearly torn apart. And you said you're down, Gunnar.
Yeah, did you go down as well?
Yeah, I'm down.
That is some sweet irony.
Even the corpses are getting splattered around. Are you, however, is Grendel and Rutger, are you guys still both alive?
I have 14 hit points.
14 hit points.
I have also 14 hit points.
Well, as you are now closer into this like little church area, I'm just gonna call it church for the sake of it. There seems to be only one person left in this building, and he's standing in this sort of like office. He seems a bit more. You can see his lips moving. He's saying something, but he seems to be behind this screen that looked almost like a Maelstrom, but this like black see-through sort of thing. He seems to be standing behind it. You can see clearly through it, and he's looking at you guys like he's like saying words, almost like just. You feel a bit compelled to go over and chat to him. Though your friend is, however, on the ground, not doing so hot. And it's also his turn. So guess what? Roll me. Death saving throw.
That's a save. It's a 17.
Well, 17, that's a success. Good stuff.
Almost start to breathe again.
It's like,
we take those.
After this rapid explosion, just a breath comes out. Grendel, you'll hear him breathe next to you. They're all dead. Rutger, it is now your turn.
Yes. So I can see him?
Yes, you can see him. He seems
to
be behind this sort of screen, and he's like mumbling something.
I walk forward over the dead body, get to about here. You wish to mumble? And I reach forward and I cast Witch Bolt.
Witch Bolt. Roll me an attack.
At level 2, 24 to hit.
24 to hit. Alrighty. You charge up this witch. Are you aiming it at him or like the?
Oh, right at him. Yeah. Absolutely.
As you aim straight at him, he sees it come at them, but this giant screen seems to completely be blocking it. It just like seems to be shocking. As of the nature of Witch Bolt, you see it just stands on there, but it doesn't even seem to be like when you saw it crack earlier. It whole thing. This doesn't even seem to be budging.
Let me ask you a question though. It is a continuous spell. Does it continue? It just
yes,
can't
it
get
definitely
through the
keeps
shield?
continuing. You are holding it there, absolutely.
In that case, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Now that was my 30. So my plan is to just continue walking until I walk through. I'm not exactly sure where the screen is, but
because everyone else in here is dead, other than obviously Gunnar. If you guys want to do something, we'll keep it kind of on turn order, but you've got a bit more movement now, just because obviously it doesn't matter so much. But Grendel, what do? You see your friend next to you. This guy's also moved in a bit further as well.
And he's breathing, right?
He is breathing, yes. You've heard a distinct breath.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over to the screen. Hold my put my axe down and just kind of look at him and go, "Can you come out, please?"
And as you say that, you see his mumbling stops. And then we fade to black for a bit as we're going to take a quick little break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with this conclusion to the situation. And in that meantime, enjoy the nice relaxing music of this BRB screen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, like less than 5 minutes. All right, welcome back. Unfortunately, Matt had to disappear. Luckily, his character had an explosive ending. So it worked out quite well, actually. But unfortunately, however, we'll of course continue with these lovely people here. And thank you all so much for hanging out today. I still appreciate it.
The killer rabbit was the holy hand grenade in this case.
You know what? That is 100% accurate, and I love it. Alrighty, so And also, I know we're not on the combat screen anymore. This is going to be more theater of the mind. But yeah, as you have pulsed this at the wall, Grendel, you've walked over. What did you say again? If you'd like to remind everybody.
Can you come out here, please, and help us?
You see him like he was looking before straight at Rutger with this beam coming at him. You see him turn down to you, takes a step forward, leans down a bit and goes, and he cuts his own hand with a dagger, and you see him light. The blood comes out, starts on fire, and he starts burning. And at that moment, you see this screen that was there fade away. And you guys are back in combat. We'll keep the same list, but he is going to be immediately making an attack on you with this little dagger that he's got, but it is on fire. So,
did he just step through the screen?
The screen is gone now, and yes, your witch bolt is in the same area. I might make you re-roll it, but you didn't lose your spells. It's still a channel.
Because once it hits, then it stays. But yeah, I still haven't technically hit him. So.
Anyway, okay, what is your AC with these little daggers?
13.
And a 21.
That definitely hits.
Alrighty, and hope you guys weren't injured by a massive explosion because...
TPK, TPK. I haven't been part of one in friggin' ages on either side of the stream.
As this dagger, like
kill us, it's Christmas.
Your shoulder, you see it starts burning as well, which is actually in some ways helpful because it basically reseals it as it's cutting. But you're getting this like burning sensation as it cuts and as it pulls it back out. And you take 6 points of damage. 3 of that is slashing, 3 is fire. So you get to halve that 3 to a 2, which is drastically different, clearly.
Yep.
Alrighty, that was his prepared action, and we'll just go straight. We'll say it's your action. We'll go straight to the top of the list here.
Okay. I'm still raging, right?
Yes, yeah, well, you're definitely still raging.
Okay. So I'm gonna take my great axe and just kind of swing at him. Because it did hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. Now give me a dice roll, please. No, you did. 10. Oh. No, you.
First time you missed all night.
Oh, it's like this thing is like, all of a sudden, like this dude's on fire and he's stabbing you. You come through it. You were trying to do like your innocent girl little play, but he didn't seem to be having any of it. As you go to swing, he seems to be quite agile as he steps out of the way. I'll say he moves there, and you miss your shot. Unfortunately, would you like to do anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna move back.
You're gonna move back. That will occur an opportunity. No, wait, won't, because he uses reaction already.
Yeah. I'm not moving back far, but just enough.
Yep. He uses reaction to like do this as first attack on you, so you actually don't take the opportunity attack.
Okay.
And these guys are all dead, so that's nice. Oh, and he's dead too. Rip. Rest in peace, little bunny. R.I.B. Gunnar, you are still on the ground. Rest in bunny. You're still on the ground. Give me a death saving throw.
Fail.
Oh, 1 and 1.
1 and 1. But you suddenly feel like you start like choking yourself. But then before you know it, your lungs are suddenly clear. You can breathe again. Your eyes are open. You've been healed. 1d4 plus 10 from a healing word. As you wake up, you see the Jarl has entered the temple.
You to roll that? Or...
Oh, yeah, sorry. You can. You know what? You can roll. It's your health. Sorry, I should have done it.
10 plus 1d4. Yeah.
10 plus 1d4.
11. I'll take it.
11 health. You are back up with 11 health. And you see the Jarl there, and he still hasn't drawn his weapon or his shield. It's still on his back, and his weapon is in his in his holster. He carries a hammer, by the way. And you see him kind of like looming over where this now charred piece of ground is, where the rabbit was. And it's like looking a bit forlongingly. It is your turn. You get your actions and whatnot. I know I made you roll a death saving throw, which would technically have been your action, but I just wanted to set the scene so it would give me time to move the Jarl in there.
Alright, here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can get right in his face.
Yeah, and you were asleep when it happened, but yeah, you now walk in and you see this man on fire, brandishing 2 daggers, who has stabbed your adversary a couple times. But if you can get into his face, get up there and roll me some attacks.
Yeah, definitely getting in there. There's no more thunder and lightning, but
actually,
no more. No more.
What
Mr.
you do
Nice
notice,
Viking.
the thunder and lightning are actually still on.
okay. Is that 16?
16 will hit, I believe. Hang on, let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it hits. Yes, that does hit. Roll me some damage. Roll for damage, if you will.
7 with the
11
with 4 thunder damage.
As the strike comes in, you can almost see the flames like kind of part ways as your axe strikes him. He takes this damage, but he doesn't even react to it. As the blood sprays out, it's still on fire. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw. 21. As you see this, you have already moved to the side. You were switched on. You see this spray of flame coming out at you, and you are ready to strike again with your bonus action.
I'll use that momentum of dodging out of the way to just take a sidearm chop at his soft spots.
Absolutely. Roll me an attack.
Oh, here we go, coming through when it counts.
20. There it is, with the 5
in the
damage.
clutch. And
The
then the
dirty
5
20.
lightning.
Another 10
To
damage.
finish it off.
You go in with the other side, you swipe across, this blood sprays out again. I'm gonna need another dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
That one, this time these bits of blood land on you, and you've been in the thrill of battle. You've had blood on you before, but this, number one, it's on fire, so naturally, but it actually feels like it's acid. Like, it's not just like a fire hot. It feels like it's burning you as you take 1d6 worth of damage, which is a full 6. You take 6 points of fire damage by this guy.
not quite playing yo-yo, but pretty close.
And you can just
down. I'm up, I'm down.
you can just hear this guy while he's fighting as well. He's saying one thing over and over again, and it's like, feared, and he just seems to be saying it like in a sort of rhythm, like feared, feared, feared. And then we go to Rutger. It is your turn.
And I line up that witch bolt again, just for storytelling purposes. For a second, it falters, and I focus, and it comes out the right color.
Oh,
and
yes.
again, as I fire it, let's see if it hits.
This
Because I ask again, who are you?
icy bolt. Roll me an attack.
Come on, you can do it. Why are you not doing it? There we go.
15 will hit. It will hit. And that is 15 lightning damage. As you, it starts changing to this icy blue sort of color. And as it does, it, pinpoints, and you can see it, almost like what his axes were doing. You see it, burst away the fire, and it's just, pinning into him. You see he still just doesn't seem to react to it at all. He's just going, fear, fear, and he's still standing up. But you hear a whisper in your ear. I am your power. And then...
And with that, it's still connected. I still haven't moved. I just start walking him down.
Walking him down.
I
You're
get
walking
to
through,
there.
yeah.
Just
It is now his turn.
forward.
You see him start sort of dancing around you, Gunnar. And he's going to take one swipe at you with his daggers. Let's see if this rolls a hit. And because if it does, that's not looking great for you. A strike with the dagger takes place with a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Bye-bye.
Hang on. Yeah, I think that might be a bit of a bye-bye.
That's a bad guy That's a bad guy hit.
You take 5 points of damage.
It's just enough to put me down.
Yeah, it's like slashing his bones, as this fire cuts through your back, and he keeps spinning around you to reach back to Grendel, and is going to take another. Actually, no, he's. I've already said it. It's what's happening, and he's going to take another strike with his dagger on this one. Hang on, if I can get the right person, that would be fantastic.
Oh, does this get to be a runaway game? I've done it before. I'll do it again.
A 15
hits.
hits. 1d6 plus 1d6. You take... Oh, so the music stopped. You take 6 points of damage. 1 of that was slashing and 5 was fire.
I am down to 2.
Down to 2. Down to 2 or down the tube?
Down to 2 hit points.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was
At,
like, what?
Still at 2, yeah.
Still alive. This cut, it's a very sharp dagger for what it does, and this acid, like, burning as it cuts through you, seems to really seep. You're used to resisting this kind of pain, but this one seems to be absolutely hammering you with it. And now it's your turn. Actually, you see the Jarl starts moving a bit closer. He still hasn't drawn his weapon, but you see he's just observing it. Actually, you know what? This guy comes in for a flank, and you see him try to take a swing at him, but he just completely misses.
Yeah.
But the
This
Jarl
guy
just...
is taking damage, right? Like he is
taking damage.
Okay.
You can see him, like, he is actually bleeding. You can see, like, your burn markers there. He just seems to be much stronger than everybody else here.
Yeah, just making sure we weren't wasting time.
I'm going to take another swing.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
for it.
Oh, yeah. There's the Grendel we know and love.
Alrighty.
Ponytails flying. Blood
Roll me
everywhere.
some damage. 7 slashing. Oh, no. As you go in with this strike, you fling back a counter-attack. It cuts across his chest. His blood sprays out. I'm gonna need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. He starts... This is the first time he's actually reacted, and he seems to, like, kind of, like, limp a bit.
Oh, no.
7.
Oh, no.
You take 2 points of damage.
That's enough.
You see
I am
that
down.
that blood
You're
spray...
both at 0, right? Actually, at
Exact
0?
0. You see that blood spray into this Viking's eyes as well with you, and he like recoils back, he's like, and starts screaming as he kind of like crashes into the window. Oof. Guess what, Gunnar? It is your turn once again. Roll me a death saving throw.
Roosbar, you roll more death saving throws than anybody I have ever met in my life.
I know. And how I have
18.
not lost more characters is beyond me.
18 is success.
That is an absolute success. You get another breath. You feel yourself clinging to life. Rutger, it is now your turn. You've got this channeled witch bolt searing into him.
I just start muttering in Zemnian. If he wants to speak a language nobody understands, I can too.
Absolutely.
And just pour 10 more points of lightning damage into
Lightning
him.
damage. Oh yeah, yeah. Absolutely. You see him like he's like started limping, and now you see he's still going theater, but you see him like fall down to a knee. He like looks at you and sort of like stands back up a bit. He is on his last legs.
And I will use my movement
Ooh.
to move 35 feet away from him. I was 5 feet and I moved 30, so keep that dagger over there, pointy shit. But yeah, the witch bolt is still going across the room.
You see him start.
I got 7 more rounds. Yeah, 7 more rounds. 6.
As you run past, actually, because you're now on the other side, you see the Yark kind of like look over at you, and then you see him turn back and go back, and you see him go, glass. And guess what? Both of you are back on your feet with 1d4 plus 10 HP. If only he'd walked in here a bit sooner.
I should have been nicer to this Jarl when we first met him.
It's like, but
Okay.
it's like as
11 still.
Okay.
yeah, still 11, so it's not bad at all. But before you fully get conscious, and so you're not going to get an opportunity attack here, you see him actually sprint directly after you, Rutger. He's like Fury, and he does actually catch up. He's got 35 feet of movement.
Of course he does.
Yeah, he's a nifty little boy. But in this time, you don't see him.
Roll
You
some more
don't see him
sevens.
go in for a stab with the dagger. This time, you see he's dropped both the daggers, which are now no longer on fire. But he goes over to you and he's reaching out to grab you, basically. And I'm gonna need to roll an attack. Hang on. Hopefully this actually works. Ding. Does a 13 hit? It doesn't. Nope. Oh no! You see this arm going in to try and grab you, but you manage to swap it out of the way. And unfortunately, he does not get a multi-attack if he uses a spell. So, It is now your turn. Is it? Wait, no, it's not. It's Grendel's turn. Oh, no, it is your turn. Sorry, I'm getting more confused. It is your turn. Wait, no, it isn't. It is Grendel's.
Yes, Grendel. Yeah, they're back
Sorry.
again. So
Sorry,
yeah,
everybody.
It's all good. It's been a day. It's been a day.
You are now conscious again. You felt this almost as soon as you faded away. This breath of life is going back into you. Also, Rutger, you might have pick up on it, but you noticed that the Jarl didn't do an attack as he ran past. Like, you would have known that he would have had the ability to, but he just didn't.
Yeah, I run because that's all I can do. It's right there. And
you're 35 feet away now. Bane's you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna throw one of my hand axes.
Oh, absolutely. Roll me. I think it's still strength, isn't it? Yeah, roll me just your hand axe throw. 14. Just hits. He actually doesn't have a high AC at all.
Okay.
Yes.
10 points on a hand axe.
Jeez.
No, as he's going through, he's done this reach, and then you see Grendel come up behind you. She pulls, instead of using her axe, she pulls out this hand axe. It's almost the size of her. It's not that big, but it's like, and just throws it at you. You manage to dodge this grab, and then you just see this axe hit the back of his head as he starts to fall down. But I will need you to make a dexterity saving throw. But he is collapsing.
Me?
Yes, you need to make a dexterity
For
saving
him
throw.
to follow me? Oh, great.
No, because you're 5 feet when he took
Yep.
took anything that gave blood.
12. So no.
12. Yeah, that does not pass, unfortunately. So yeah, you will take 1d6 of damage, which I think out of everyone here, you're doing the best.
I'm fine. To be
Two
fair, you
whole
hit me way
points.
more than most DMs do. So
you take 2 points of this acidic burning damage, and this, like, as it hits you, it burns way more than you feel like it should. But then, almost before it gets too far deep into your skin, you feel like this wave of cold as it seems to instantly heal you. You do not get a heal, but you just got this burn mark, but it doesn't seem to linger along. And at that, we are finally out of combat, and you guys can move about freely, investigate this place. The Jarl himself is already looking over. Like, he's kind of like walked past you, and you see him, like, he puts his hand on this guy who took some fire, like this fire blood into his eyes, and you see, like, put a hand, a bit of a glow happens as he suddenly, like, he's like opens his eyes and starts looking again, and then you hear him like whisper something. If you really want to do a perception check, I guess you can, but you see this guy start heading off. He's still a bit shook, as it were. Meanwhile, there's like, and yeah, the Jarl's just kind of like looking at this room that this guy was in, and just, he seems to be like observing, waiting how you guys will react.
I turned around and walked out the door.
All right.
I almost found out what I came here to find out. The gold is no longer of any interest to me at all. I'm going to go outside and stand in the sun.
There is actually a
process.
Yeah, and there is actually a pile of gems in that room as well, if you look closely. Yeah. But it seems to be mostly filled with like books and stuff like that, pages. No, it's like there is the pile of gems, but you'll also know there's some skulls in the back, and there's also like a skeleton hanging, like, in the corner. It's a pretty interesting room. The barrier is gone, so you can walk in there if you so choose. Hang on, I've got to make sure everyone else is dead out here, because as you walk back out, you basically see
we still
people.
Had, what's his name, and the others, the lizard and the minotaur were out here mowing the grass, I assumed.
Yes, as well as the fellow crewmates. Like, you can see them mopping up the last couple people that are there. It seems like you guys came out almost. Your team came out almost unscathed, except for one poor little rabbit who only wanted to go on an adventure. But you can see, like, some of the crew starts like cheering. It's like, yeah. Others are like going in. You see one of them come out of this building here with like a big sack of gold and stuff like that. And you can see, like, the looting's already begun. The fire that Bjorka started on the stable is kind of picked up to the surrounding buildings. These straw roofs are kind of picking up. The building itself isn't quite on fire yet, but like it's like the whole area starts like this orange is kind of like seeping over this whole landscape. As you can see, people like running into these buildings and coming out with sacks, basically.
I'm just going to walk to the top of the cliff side that's there and stare out toward the Maelstrom. Can we see it at all from here?
It's pretty far away. Also, this cliffside
away,
is a bit far away. You'd probably be walking for about like 15 minutes. So before we do that...
like I don't, at this point, he's had an epiphany moment. He's gone.
Yep. Right.
But yeah, walking out to that direction, and whether you can see it or not, just staring out there again and thinking, I will see you again when we get there, I suppose.
It's like, you actually can't see the Maelstrom from this, by the way.
No, but in my head, I'm because I know we saw, that's one of the first time I saw my patron when we came through on the way through. So he's already looking forward to seeing her again on the way back.
Yeah, as you like look over, like in the distance, you swear you can see this female almost standing in the distance, this ice blue skin, pale hair, and then you just hear in your voice, really loud, extremely clear, is like, "You'll see me much more than that," and before it disappears. Back at the temple, this room. Sorry, I kind of missed what you said, Gunnar. What? You've gone in and you started looting.
Yeah, I ransacked this area. You said there's like a bunch of gems on the table or whatever.
Big pile of gems right about there. And on the like, they seem to be scattered on the ground. It's like he didn't even care about these gems. They're clearly valuable. Like, it would be worth a lot of gold, but he seemed to only care about these, like parchments and paper, which I'll let you roll an intelligence saving throw if you care, but something tells me Gunnar does not.
No, he doesn't do that very well. Thinking, I'll just pick up the shinies.
You pick up the shinies? Absolutely.
That's all I really care about. Just find a bag, stuff them all in there, whatever. And I'm just gonna walk over to the Jarl, hand them off to him, and then just like sit on this pew and eat some salted meat.
No, it's like he takes the bag and he kind of gives you a nod as you do. He's like, "You fought well today, Gunnar. You leave yourself open a bit too much, but you'll be as good as your father in no time." You see, he also now enters the room and he starts shuffling around these papers, and he like grabs one, like gives it a bit more of a look-see, but then puts it back down before kind of turning around and just leaving. Grendel, what are you doing during this time?
The minute the fight is over, I'm out.
You're out.
Yep.
Yeah, as you left. Yeah, as you would have left, you would have seen the same sort of scene.
Pillaging Vikings ever.
Yeah, I know. All right, well, we've done the fighting. That's what I was here for.
Yeah.
It's like, as you leave, you see the same sort of scene. These other people are doing the pillaging for you, I guess. You'll see now. It's a bit. If it's a bit later, you see a bit more cheering and stuff like that and whatnot. But you see people everyone's kind of like rounding up the sacks. You see, but after a bit of time, you'll see like Bjorkus kind of like moving very quickly, not like sprinting, but you see him like move in and just happens to intercept the Jarl as he leaves and is standing next to you. And then you see like he leans out to it's like there's someone coming. We should leave. And then the Jarl kind of looks like it's like, leave? We don't back down from a fight. It's like, and he's like sort of like Bjorkus kind of does a gesture to like follow me kind of thing, and starts walking up to this wall, which you can follow him if you wish or not.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love foreshadowing. I know where this is going.
Oh, so anyway,
like
you
this
find
building on fire, and then
absolutely. I mean, it is stone, but you light the carpet on fire. It's a very nice carpet.
Anything that'll catch fire is on fire.
Now, as you go onto this wall and you can like kind of outlook to where all these people ran away, you can see something's riding towards you. They seem to be on these giant woolly rhinoceroses, basically. And they seem huge, even at this distance. Like, they seem very large. You see the Jarl kind of like, good voice, like, get everyone back to the ship. Now! And it's like, this is the first time you've ever heard him raise his voice. And you see Bjork just like, we're leaving! Go! And like, basically, you see everyone immediately just kind of get into action and start walking down. Basically, the way you came up here. Rutger, you would have even heard Bjorkus yell. It was very loud. But everyone's kind of like, they're kind of hurrying. You'll see, they'll come, as we get past you, like, get to where you are, or you're just going to head straight to the boat.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I hear the fuss.
Yeah,
I want to get back to the Maelstrom. I'm in a rush.
Yeah, the Jarl seems to be lagging, but you guys all... I need to switch my screen. I keep like moving around tokens because I like doing that. Now, as you get back like to where the boat is, you see the Jarl kind of like gets everyone, like helps get everyone on the ship again, and is like, you see him like him and Bjorkus kind of exchange a couple words, but you can't really hear it. And then over this like cliffside, you see giants, like actual giants with big fiery red hair, sort of like Dorlock, and then they start coming down this path. If any of you aren't on the boat, the Jarl is like, get on it now. And tell everyone I went to Valhalla. And he grabs the front of the boat and pushes it so hard, it literally launches you almost like 50 feet into the water. It's ridiculously far. Anyone that was watching, you see his eyes go completely full of lightning and start sparking up. As he turns around, he draws out his hammer and his shield. And in the distance, you can see as Bjork is starting to turn the boat around to start going the other way, you'll see him like actually jump up and start smacking the giant. The first one absolutely caves in a single hit. The other one's going up. You can see him start taking some fights. The thunder is just cacophony. It's super loud. It's still sunny as all. But Bjorkus turns on this engine that keeps the boat going. The sail is up and everyone starts fading away. Every now and then you'll see Bjorkus turn around, and after about an hour, the horizon long gone, you see a giant lightning bolt in the distance, and the coffin and massive part of thunder. And that is where we're going to end our session today.
Oh, I love it. Yep.
Oh,
That's some Norse legends right there. I love it. Thank you so much, DoomDonkey.
No, thank you.
Thank you for running that.
I feel like I should be doing the bit of the outro. Oh, thank you. Thank you all so much for playing. I was really excited to do this and get back into this universe. And you guys being here was absolutely fantastic. I wish I could thank Matt as well, but he's already headed off. Absolutely bringing the good old comedy of the rabbit. I absolutely adored it. Fantastic. But how about we do a bit of a go around if you guys want to say where we can find you in other places and well, who you are. We'll start with Kevin.
I am Kevin of Dirty 20 Gaming, and I am lucky enough to have these two wonderful people as my friends and my life support system and my people that come roaring to my rescue when I do stupid things, which they did tonight. So, Dirty 20 Gaming is an amazing place. Come and see our Discord channel and join us there. And thank you so much. After these two.
Yes, and Sarah, do you want to go?
Yeah, my name is Sarah. You can find me over at Tanger Productions and Tanger Productions on Location. You can also find me on Sunday nights over at Dirty 20 Gaming playing a very different character. Who's so much fun.
Also 3 feet tall and full of chaos.
Absolutely fantastic. I love the and speaking of your rival, Rusbar.
You can find me at this Dirty 20 when there is time. I run my own variety stream, Rusbar, twitch.tv/Rusbar. Was on hiatus, just going to be starting back up again. Had some stuff to deal with that took me away from the streaming life for a while, but I'm getting it started back up going this weekend. So
no, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. And of course, I was the DoomDonkey, the DM for the session. I'm still wearing this, so it's quite warm actually. I'm not gonna lie. And my emergency axe. No, you can find me over my own channel every now and then. I do streaming stuff, and well, with any luck, you might see me on here a bit more, as I would love to play some more D&D. You can also find me over at Dirty 20 as well. On every Saturday every second Saturday they doesn't bail on us.
Yeah, there's a certain asshole GM over there that just will not show up to play.
Which I play. Well, a very interesting character. I'll say that. It's quite the character, the sadistic cannibal, which it's definitely not everyone's cup of tea. But that leaves me to thank all the sponsors and everyone else. Hang on, let me get the. Make sure I don't forget anybody.
Remember, Hero Forge for all the minis and all that wonderful, amazing stuff. Buy the bronze ones for those characters that really make a difference in your life. Wooten Forge, unbelievable wood products in woods I've never heard of because they're all from Australia. I looked at the Dungeon Master screens earlier. There are 3 panels and they come apart and they're all magnetic and they're glorious. And Dungeon Fog, them too. And here, somebody press, Hit Point Press. I think that's it. No, there's one more.
Hang on, I just had it. And
You had the list. You were looking for.
I was literally just looking at the list. Dungeon Fog and World Anvil, I believe.
World Anvil, that's the one I forgot. Yes.
World Anvil, that's the one. No, it's absolutely. Thank you all so much to the sponsors, and of course, thanks for everyone here that sponsored towards St Jude's. And on that note, we got a little bit of a giveaway to give away before the end. It will be a Hero Forge token, which is pretty exciting. I mean, Hero Forge is absolutely fantastic. So I need to do a little bit of a ye old dice roll, to get this chosen out. And the winner is. Hang on, let me just take a bit of time. I'm going to do some counting.
While you do that, we are at almost 30% of our total already. So let's blow the doors off that before I wake up tomorrow morning, if you guys wouldn't mind. There's 57 of you left in chat. There's another show coming up immediately.
Absolutely.
So stick around and donate all your money.
Yeah, exactly. And the winner is Ace Rogues. The winner is Ace Rogues. Someone will be hitting you up a message soon. I will make sure that happens. I don't actually organize it, but I'll make sure it does get to you. Ace Rogues, congratulations. And thank you so much for the support for St. Jude. It's absolutely fantastic. But yes, as Kevin just said, there will be a game coming up right shortly. We're going to end here. It's time for us to say goodbye. There will be a bit of stream downtime in between this and then while they get set up and we're switching tech. So there'll be a slight bit of downtime, but don't worry, we'll be back up within seconds. Seconds, I say.
Maybe minutes. Yeah.
2 minutes. Depends how many problems there are. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us and have a great one. Farewell.